Hello, everybody. I'm your host, Eric Bird, here at StopStrugglingNow.com. And today we have to talk about how to make money in this environment. And you know why? Because it's the SSN Nation Money Making Mondays live stream. So, of course, we have to talk about financials and how to make money. And welcome. Stop Struggling Now gear. Check. And please like, subscribe, and click the bell below so you get the latest updates. Now, let's get to it. All right, everybody. I want to thank you for being here on the SSN Nation Money Making Monday live stream. I appreciate it. And of course, like I started out, we have to talk about how to make money in today's environment because let's face it, whenever there's a lot of emotion, a lot of financial crises happening all at once, it's hard to keep it all straight because this is a global economy, ladies and gentlemen. What's happening in China, what's happening in Europe, what's happening in South America can affect the United States. And of course, this pandemic is creating havoc on the lives of millions and millions of people. So, of course, here at SSN Nation, we always have to have solutions. But of course, we have to recognize when there are problems and what we're going to have to do to counteract these problems. So today, what are we going to do in this environment? I'm willing to listen to some people in the chat room, the other entrepreneurs who's going to be here. So please get your pen, pads, and papers ready, ladies and gentlemen. And I should say it 2 minutes in again, please smash that like button so the YouTube gods know that we have people in the house watching the live stream. And first up, I want to welcome Auntie Val on the SSN Nation Money Making Monday live stream. Thank you so much for being here with the icon next to her name. Good evening, family, with the heart, with the power. What do we got? Power over here now, right? That's right. We're coming with strength, ladies and gentlemen. That's what you have to do. Financial literacy is the key. That's how you can level the playing field. And don't worry, there's easier ways to level the playing field. You just have to pay attention. You have to look and seek knowledge. That's all there is to it. Esteban Opio, welcome to the SSN Nation Money Making Monday live streams. Thank you so much for being here. And hi, Eric. Thank you once again. Hello to you as well. And let's get to it, ladies and gentlemen, because there's a lot to always talk about. We have the, let's call it the higher hanging fruit when it comes to spending money to actually make a little bit more money. That is always the hardest thing to do because most people have a cap on how much they make weekly or monthly. So then saying, oh, well, spend an extra $500 a month or spend an extra $200 a month or $1,000 a month, all of a sudden, that's a barrier to entry. So then how do we find those items that make us money, those assets that are going to make us money where it's low barrier to entry? That's what we talk about here in the SSN Nation. Oh, and by the way, yeah, there is an SSN media hat as well. I don't show this too often. A lot of people can only see these if they go to the SSN merchandise page at the StopStrugglingNow.com. There's a lot of other items as well, but this is low-hanging fruit. And speaking of gear, let's talk about gear, for instance. This is something that you can actually do by just designing. A lot of you, I don't have a link down below in the description, but I'm probably going to have to add it because this wasn't on tap for me to talk about because we got to talk, since the conversation today is how to make money in this economic environment. Well, let's talk about gear, t-shirts. There's things that you can do where you don't have to buy the t-shirts in advance, like old school, right? So now you can actually go to places like I'm gonna put a link in the chat just in case anybody's interested, where you have Printify, where you can actually design your own gear and then sell it from their website. They print it, they make it for you. So once again, it didn't cost you anything out of pocket. The only thing it cost you is your time, energy, and effort to promote it. And there it is. I don't know if that link comes up because it's a long link. But then there's other things like Teespring, which I'm going to put that down. And after this live stream is over, I'm going to have it in the chat room as well, since I actually talked about it. This is impromptu. But I'm going to put the Teespring link. This is going to be this will probably be to the Stop Struggling Now Teespring store, because if you also have a YouTube channel, then you can have a merch shelf down below with the gear underneath videos, depending on how you're viewing it. So you can check out that link also from Teespring. And in fact, I'm going to have to put this down below in the actual video itself. So it'll be added in about 3 minutes in case anybody's watching it after this live stream has started. But since I went off script, so to speak, because we don't have a script really, but what I'm trying to say is this is low-hanging fruit. It doesn't cost you anything other than if you come up with a design. So therefore, you can actually start selling something without putting a lot of money out. In fact, like I said, you don't have to put any money out. You just have to figure out a design, and then they'll host the site for you, host your store for you, and then people buy. That's how they get paid. That's pretty simple. And now I see I have a long list of items down below in the description, including $10 free from Coinbase of Bitcoin. Bitcoin just went over $60,000, ladies and gentlemen. So hopefully you invested in some Bitcoin like a month or 2 or 3 or 4 back, just a little. It doesn't really matter, even if it's altcoins that has went up. But all I'm trying to say is we're dealing with no barriers to entry here. SSN University, SSN Academy, this is what we do. This is an asset. Also, you have to look at it as baby steps. You need as many assets that pay you while you're sleeping as necessary. That's the 2021 mantra here at Stop Struggling Now. All right. So that is a good start. Gear, right? Your own gear, however you want to do it. You can, there's other things too, mugs, there's yoga gear, there's all kinds, shorts. It doesn't matter when it comes to clothes. And now there's items as well. You can sell those. They'll host it. You send people there and voila, bingo, no problem. Okay. Now there's something else. I might as well talk about this too. Not on tap, but if we're talking about making money during an economic environment, then we also have to talk about getting those free shares of stock from Robinhood and Webull. The links are down below in the description. You might as well get on board with that if you already haven't downloaded these apps. Robinhood and Webull down below. Get your free two stocks. 1 stock from Robinhood, 2 stocks from Webull. All right. Those are free shares of stock. Sign up. It's that simple. And then after you sign up, you're going to need a little money sometimes if you want to start investing in stocks. That's doable. Then you look up dividend stocks, index fund stocks. Those have been kind to the investor over the last 10, 12 years. Dividend stocks, they keep paying you all the time, every month or every 3 months. Get those higher ones, 8%, 9%, 10%, 15, 12%, like SHLX. I mentioned this before. I've mentioned P as in Paul, S as in Sam, E, C as in Charles. This is why you need a pen, pad, and paper, ladies and gentlemen. You just never know what's going to happen. All right. Now, I'm going to give some more shares of stock, but let's see who else is in the house. We have A3 Saval. Hello, all Money Making Mondays. A3 Saval, welcome to the SSN Nation Money Making Mondays live stream. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it. Nice to see you once again. And Victor Marrero's in the house. He has his taglines with his icon next to his name. Hello, all. Let's do this. Thank you so much, Victor Marrero, for being in the house. I appreciate it. Once again, appreciate your support. Curtis Davis is in the house. Mr. Financial is here. He has the icon next to his name. and he's here. Welcome to the SSN Nation Money Making Mondays live stream. Thank you so much for being here. Good evening, Money Making Mondays. That's what we talk about. Mr. Financial is here. Ladies and gentlemen, you never know what's going to come out of his pen because he shares information. And I might as well just share his favorite ones right now. Let me just start off with the firm, AFRM. A is in Apple, F is in Frank, RM if we're talking about stock market investing. AFRM. What else? Upstart, UPST. That's right, UPST. Then you might want to start thinking about Square as well. That's right, you heard me, Square, the processing company. They're more than a processing company, ladies and gentlemen. They're big time. All right? Think about it. When there's an economic crisis, people who have less money have to go borrow money. So where are they going? Some of these new companies like Upstart, Affirm, even Square. That's what's going to happen. So you might as well get in on that ride right now, because clearly more than millions and millions of people are going to be using their services over the next 2 or 3 years. All right? We're going to be early on the curve. And if you would have been around like in the last 6 months when he was talking about Upstart and Affirm, it was under $100, both of them. You would have nearly already doubled your money for this year. But I digress. You're here now. So we're still telling you about the items now that can make you money, low-hanging fruit, ladies and gentlemen. But for all those, you need money. And we started this off with low-hanging fruit where you don't need any money. All right? Because it's the no guru zone, ladies and gentlemen. We don't have courses around here to sell. Diesel Mike is in the house. Welcome to the SSN Nation Money Making Monday live stream. And he has the icon next to his name. Thank you so much for that. And he has his tagline. Good evening, Eric and the SSN family. Good evening, Diesel Mike. Thank you once again for being here. And people with the icon next to their name, they are members of the channel. That means on Wednesday night lives, they're the only ones that can be in the chat room. And then they can even come on the live streams now. Check for it under the community tab, the links. If you want to come on, you don't have to show your face if you don't want to. There's a mode where you can just show an icon on the screen. So, and if you want to talk or present anything, so be it. We can do that still. Tiffany Young, welcome to the SSN Nation Money Making Monday live stream, and she has the icon next to her name. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate your support as well. Hello all. Moses Tillman, he's in the house tonight with the icon next to his name. Welcome to the SSN Nation Money Making Monday live stream. I appreciate you being here. He has his. Good evening, SSN fam. Good evening to you too, Moses Tillman. Appreciate your support and being here. And Mr. Financial starts it out. Eric giving cold facts and dropping gems. Thank you so much. That's what we try to do here. Facts, ladies and gentlemen. This isn't none of that woulda, coulda, wisha, maybe on a star stuff. We actually have to deal with facts. We have to deal with the fact that the Fed start talking crazy, talking about we're going to taper a little bit. Ladies and gentlemen, really? They're going to stop buying up the debt a little bit? Let's get real. The only reason the economy's afloat is because they have to buy up the debt. Soon as they say, we're not going to buy up any more debt and we're going to increase the interest rates, you better hold on tight, ladies and gentlemen, because if you don't have your assets that I've been telling you to get in 2021 and have revenues coming in, I don't care if it's $5 a month or 20 or 50 or 100, you better have revenues coming in where you don't have to go work for it, because you might not be able to have a job. That's how serious this is going to get, ladies and gentlemen. Start your business is what we're going to have to do. Moses Tillman, he left out his tagline, ladies and gentlemen. Here it is now. Let's get it. That's right. He's in the house, and he's actually saying it. I'm live on this Money Making Mondays live stream. Yes, you are. You're live and in living color. I am. Right on. Thank you so much. Gary White is here with the icon next to his name. Good evening, SSN family. His tagline also intact. Let's get it. Welcome to the SSN Nation Money Making Mondays, man. I appreciate you being here and your support. I did some research on another project like Olympus DAO. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. This is crypto. This is another low-hanging fruit. It will require a little bit of money, but let's see what he's talking about. He's talking about Olympus DAO called Wonderland. It's on the Avalanche network, and the token needed is called Time. Whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. Hold on a minute. Whoa, okay. Ladies and gentlemen, in case you don't know, what we do here, if you're new, we do actually go on screen and find some things out while we're live. Just like if you were at home and somebody sent you a text, and this text right here and said, hey, I heard this thing does 54% and pays daily, you're going to do the same thing. You're going to hit Google, right? And then find out more about it. And then hopefully somebody else might chime in and mention something about it. Well, Victor Morrell said he was checking out, doing research. Maybe he knows more than what we know, and he knows the normal questions we're going to ask. First of all, is there a minimum like Strong Block? Do we need to buy 10 coins, 5 coins, 20 coins? Or is there a certain amount of investment that's needed for this wonderland? That's the first thing. The second thing, where can we buy time? That's going to be the next thing, because I have a feeling we're going to be talking about the same old, swap or exchange, then have to send somewhere. Let me know where we can get this time at. That's going to help out greatly. And then we can go from there. So we got a lot to talk about, ladies and gentlemen. You got those pen, pads, and paper ready? I told you, you never know what gems are going to be dropped in this chat room, because this is entrepreneurs. This is opportunists. These are people that are business owners here, and they're people who are investors here, all making money. So they're doing their research and they're willing to share. The community funding effort is real, ladies and gentlemen, in SSN Nation. All right, Mr. Evans is here. Welcome to the SSN Nation Money Making Monday live streams. And he has the icon next to his name. Thank you so much for being here. Good evening, everyone. His tagline's intact. And I humbly appreciate your support and you being here once again, Mr. Evans. Thank you. Curtis Davis, inflation, gas prices up 60 cents. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, anyone new here, thank you for being here. But these little inflation numbers, 2 years ago, I was talking about inflation. Last year, talking about inflation. This year, talking about inflation. And once again, I was debunking and calling the feds exactly what they were. BSers, jacking people, stealing from people, because inflation steals from your wealth, ladies and gentlemen. So while they're out there saying, oh, yeah, well, you know, inflation is only 2% a year, 1% per year. Come on now. We all know it's not true. You guys have went to the grocery store and the gas station. This is just right in plain sight. And you're listening to somebody that gets up there working for the federal government talking about 5% interest year over year. I don't know about you, but I'm pretty sure gas prices weren't, let's call it $4.95 in California, and they damn sure weren't $3 in the southern states per gallon. Come on. This is crazy. 5%? Really? 5% would be like 15 cents or something. This is insanity, what they're talking about here. Okay, gas prices have went up more than 15% or 15 cent or 30 cent or 40 cent or 50 cent over the last year. Never mind your grocery bill. I'm in sticker shock. Every time I go to the grocery store, I was like, wasn't that thing just $2.50? Now it's $5? What do they mean on sale for $4.99? It was already like $2.50, $3 before, on sale for $4.99. What's the real price if it's not on sale? In less than a year. Double the price. That's insanity. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's get real with all this. This is why we have to get our assets. This is why you've got to start your own businesses, ladies and gentlemen. And this is why we keep it low barriers to entry as possible, so anybody can do this. And speaking of low barriers to entry, come on. Auntie Val's in the house. Thank you so much for being here. Yes, I like Wonderland, but the token price is high for me right now. Okay, there we go. Well, we need to know how many tokens you need to get in on this 54% Wonderland, otherwise known as time token. All right. Now, oh, look at here, ladies and gentlemen. We have a new member of the channel with the icon next to their name now, Esteban Opia. Thank you so much for becoming a member of the SSN Nation with the icon. I humbly appreciate that. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you. All right, ladies and gentlemen, a new member of the channel is in the house. And on Wednesday nights, only members can be in the chat room, Esteban Opia. So keep that in mind. So join us on Wednesday at 8:50 p.m. And if you ever want to be on the live stream on Wednesday night, people under the community tab is where members of the channel with the icons receive their own special messages. So you will have a link to join us on Wednesday Night Live. All right. Now let's get into some other low-hanging fruit. Now, how can I forget about low-hanging fruit? Because SSN Nation is expanding to SSN Lifestyle, and we have new people here. So a lot of people still don't even know about that. There we go. Welcome, Esteban. That's right. Thank you so much, Auntie Val, for that, for the welcome committee. Thank you. Esteban says, thank you so much. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Now, keep in mind, SSN Nation, we have SSN Lifestyle coming out soon. It's in pre-launch. It's still coming out. We're still tweaking. We're still working on it. Don't worry. It's taken a long time, but you know how it works, ladies and gentlemen. Sometimes you find out software doesn't work with other software, so you have to do things a little bit differently. There's nothing wrong with that, but at least we're in pre-launch, and at least we're going. There's products on the site, which are vacation rental. Of course, I told you guys about that little, what do you call it? Flipping a product. Remember, I told you I found that $6 worth of protein powder by Vega, right? And it has orange and ginger in it. Sells for $85 online and $60 online. Well, we flip it into SSN Lifestyle where people don't have to pay half price, half of 85. Actually, it's a little more than half price. 55% less of the going rate of online. Yeah, we'll do it that way. So we help people out, right? No matter what. And you make commission for sending people over there. That's right. The software now, you can go back in the back office on your affiliate software, find the banner, find the links, share on your social media, and you receive commission. And by the way, you can sign up for free, ladies and gentlemen, on the SSN Lifestyle website. Yes, the link is down below to sign up. You got your choices. There's memberships as well. We'll get into that a little bit later. But since I was talking about no barriers to entry and you want to become a social media marketing person or online marketing person, affiliate, well, we have it at SSN Lifestyle. You can do that. And then if you want other perks, then you have to sign up to become a member. And a member has its advantages, big time advantages. All right. Welcome, Esteban from Auntie Val. Another thank you from Esteban. Wilson Koo is in the house. Welcome to the SSN Nation Monday night live stream. The Money Making Mondays live stream is in the house. Mr. Funding himself is here. And good evening, Mr. Bird and SSN family. 100% facts is his tagline. So thank you once again, Wilson Koo, for being in the house. All right. Welcome, Esteban from Wilson Koo. Everybody showing the love for Mr. Esteban Opio. Thank you so much. Welcome, Esteban from Moses Tillman. Thanks, family. I will be learning a lot. I'm super excited. Good vibe. Thank you so much. That's what we have here. Fortunately, we have a lot of love in the house. People have been watching. People support. I appreciate it. There's people, like I said, who are business owners, who are entrepreneurs, who are investors, who actually are working 9 to 5, and they have been investors or are investors, and everybody's here to help out. It's a rising tide lifts all boats, Esteban. That's what we talk about here. We're not trying to stop anybody. We're not trying to block anybody. What we're doing here is trying to make it easy and affordable for somebody to get in the asset game, the game of making money while you sleep. That is the rule of law for 2021 from myself here at SSN Nation. All right. Gary White also. Welcome, Esteban. Here we are. You don't have to buy the entire time token. You can buy fractions of time. All you are doing is staking a fraction of time. That's what I did and started with 1K. Okay. Well, if this, let me do something real quick. I'm just going to do a general number because if what you told me, I'm going to go up just slightly. I'm going to round up to 55,000, right? 55,000. So when I divide that by 365, that's 150 So you're going to have to explain, are you saying when you put 1,000 in, let's call it, we did a cycle, let's call it 24 hours, next day, are you saying the next day that they're giving you like $50 or $150? Let me know what you're saying. All right? Because 55% is pretty significant. And in order to do that, we either have to have compounding of some sort. I don't know how they're making this work, but somebody's going to have to pull out the triggers on this, and we're going to have to go look at it, ladies and gentlemen. It's crypto time. Get your free $10 from Coinbase down below by using my link. I'd appreciate it. Also, if you want to get into the future, you should have a .crypto domain, .crypto, .bitcoin, .x, .zil. There's a bunch. What this does is it eliminates the other transfer. Like right now, we wouldn't be talking about sending your money to Coinbase to upload it so you can then send it somewhere else to go buy, let's call it time. What you get to do, though, with an unstoppable domain .crypto or another crypto domain is now you can tell people, hey, you owe me $50. Well, send your $50 of crypto, anyone you want, not anyone, but up to the top 100. Send that to stopstrugglingnow.crypto. No middleman, nobody else. That's where it's coming. And I don't have to give you that long code or QR code, none of that. That's the beauty of unstoppable domains. And the other beauty, one-time payment, $20 for like .zil, $20 for like .crypto. Some cost more, like .bitcoin could be 60 or 40 bucks. Some others, .x is usually like 80 or 100. But nonetheless, that is your domain in the crypto space. And you can even put a website on there when you use the Brave. That's right, B-R-A-V, Brave. Instead of Chrome browser, Brave browser. That can see crypto domains. And that one-time payment of $20, $40, $60, $80 is one time. There is no annual fees. There's no ISP fees. There's no fees. That's it. So you own the domain. There's nothing else to talk about here. And it's on the blockchain, or that blockchain, .crypto or .bitcoin or .x. But either way, now the link is down below for unstoppable domain. Sounds reasonable. Hey, Wilson Koo, nothing sounds reasonable at 55% AP, 55,000% APY does not sound reasonable. Let's just face facts. Does not sound reasonable. That sounds unbelievable. Remember, anything that sounds too good sometimes is, but I digress. We talked about Olympus, DAO, which is Ohm. What is that? 7,300% APY. Let's talk about it, ladies and gentlemen. It happens. You're right, but I am in a few tokens and don't want to overextend. Well, Auntie Val, I understand. Overextending is what happens when investors start investing in too many properties. But again, are you saying, we're going to have to look into this a little bit more, but if Marrero, are you saying that Wonderland or Time, I don't know what the token price is, but can a person do like Olympus and put in any amount they want? That's what we need to know here, because it's low-hanging fruit. We know 70% of the population doesn't have $1,000, so they're sitting there going, well, wait, 1,000? 7 out of 10 people watching this is saying we can't do that. But there might be 7 out of 10 people that might have $200 or $300. Can they put that in? And everybody knows you can always put 20,000 or 10,000 or 5,000 into these these DeFi financing type deals. That's not the question. Just like Strong Block is now 7,000, 71, 7,200 to get involved with your 10 coins with Strong Block to get in on that. But is it like Olympus where there's no barrier to entry? That's what we need to know. And where do we buy time at? That's what I want to know. Where do we buy the time, Marrero? Come on now. Give us the info. Don't hide out. Okay, you don't have to buy staking fraction. Okay. Well, I like that. It's like Olympus. You're right, but I'm in a few tokens. Exactly. You can only do so much. I'm ready. Let's do this. He now has the signature. Let's do this as well. That's right. That's what we're doing. Esteban Opia, welcome to the SSN Academy, SSN University. You just never know when a professor's going to step up and come to the stage and say, this is what's going on. In this case, Marrero, Auntie Val has done it in the past with the strong block in Olympus. And now we're talking about Wonderland, the time. So here's what we do here, Esteban, since you're here. Sometimes Celsius gives bonus $50 BTC when you add 400 to account, mine pending. Thank you so much, Mr. Financial, for saying this. Exactly. Oh, how could I forget Celsius and Nexo? The links are down below in the description. When you go there, look for the code so you can get your free, in this case, $50 BTC. But there is a caveat. You have to deposit $400 or $500 to get that $50 BTC. If you deposit more than that, let's say 3,000, then they have a higher tier for you to get a higher amount of free BTC. That's right, Celsius Network, Nexo. The links are down below. I'd appreciate if you use my links. Now, we're going to get into this crypto. Let's see what we got. I see my strategy is to park 1K and monitor it for a while. What I love is the extreme low gas fee for the swapping and staking. Not the case with the Olympus and Strong Block mixed portfolio. Exactly. Victor Marrero's going full on. He's going like just like he would do in the stock market. He's taken crypto, the altcoins. They're basically literally different stocks. So he's saying, I believe in these particular stocks, in this case, these particular crypto, and they're giving me these returns. So he's spreading out a little over a few. So he has a larger portfolio potentially once all of them kick in together. It's a beautiful operation. I like that. That's what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to diversify, ladies and gentlemen, within your own asset class. Then you diversify outside of it. And so that's why we have stocks, we have crypto, we have real estate, we have gold and silver. You diversify, ladies and gentlemen, always. That's how you can stay ahead. Everything doesn't go down at the same time. Oh, don't get me wrong. I will be in it a week or two. Auntie Val, of course you will. She has the strong block money coming in. It's $60 a day right now. Well, it's a little over that, but it's $60 a day. So in a week, 400 and something. If she wanted to take that out, it'll be less because of gas fees. But in like 10 or 15 days, she'll have close. In 15 days, she'll have like 1,000 anyhow, using other assets to buy new assets. That's what we do here too, ladies and gentlemen. This is what we're teaching all year long. In case you're behind the curve and you're going, I don't know what strong block is. Never fear. You can search the channel after the live stream and look for strong block video. We have one of those. Then the Olympus DAO, even though we're talking about, I have never done a video on Olympus or Ohm, but I'm going to have to do that probably. I should have done it over the weekend, but I'll probably do it tomorrow. And now we have something else to look into, which is this Wonderland. Now, Victor Marrero, let me know, what are we using to get this time, this token called time? That's what we need to know. All right. Let me see. I'm going to go look this up. Wonderland token price. Okay, so I'm just going to look up the token price first of all. Then I'm going to share this on the screen. What's going on here? Token price. Oh, coin. Oh, it's on. Oh, it's already on. Wonderland is 5,000. Okay, the coin price is 5,000. Okay, this is crazy. Oh, didn't put it up yet. Hold on a second. I'm going to pull up the coin market cap for you, everybody. So we'll get on this right now. Oh, that's Wonderland. Oh, it is time. Okay, here's time right here. So it's 5,800 a coin. But Marrero's saying it's not based on the coin price. You're getting this 55% based on time. All right. Well, we're going to get into this. We got to find out what's going on, because 55,000%, even if you put in only a few $100, never mind 1,000 or more, what that's going to be at the end of a year, That's insanity. All right. Here we are doing pre-search nodes now. Okay, I don't know what that is. See, ladies and gentlemen, you just never know what you're going to find out about. Wonderland or time token. Time. It looks like Wonderland is time. It has it right here next to it. So I don't know what's going on with this. Okay. Let's go look at this. Time token. Price. I'm going to look at this separately then. Let's see. Okay, so time is Wonderland. 5,850, but you don't have to spend 5,850 to get in on this DeFi, which we got to find out what it is. So what are we talking? Is this name Wonderland? Let's go. I'm just gonna do a Google. Wonderland time DeFi. Let's see what we have. Okay, here's Wonderland. This must be what we're talking about. Hopefully that's what we're talking about. I'm just going off on my own on this. Decentralized. There it is. This is the right location, ladies and gentlemen. It says it right there. 54,484 APY, total staked 86,000. Oh my. What the heck? There's nothing else here. Okay. Stake and earn compounding interest on the Avalanche network. Enter. Okay, so that means I got to have an Avalanche to time. Is that what we're talking about here? All right, somebody's going to have to pipe up because we have a lot of waiting citizens here. Because if this is true, I just got to say, even a $500 or $200 investment at 54% APY, do we have this locked up? Does anybody know any more? Marrero, you're the key to this. You brought it up. You better let us know, man. Come on now. I'm anxiously waiting on this one. All right. Time is Wonderland. Exactly. All right. Click enter app. Okay. I didn't want to go there because I'm not going to download the app right now, I don't think. All right. So the app is online. Okay. Connect your wallet. So are we doing MetaMask? We are. Okay. So they're all doing the same playbook with the MetaMask. All right. That's cute. I get it. So this is beautiful. This is beautiful. Okay. Oh, we have the same. This looks familiar. This looks just like Olympus. Same style format, dashboard, stake, mint, time, LP, MIM. Uh-oh, we have a problem here. We got to learn what these different ones are. Okay, I'm going to click on it. Let's see. Okay. Approve. ROI 9%. Okay. That's all right. This is 9% ROI. Vesting term 5 days. See, again, this mirrors Ohm. This mirrors Olympus. So that's interesting. Auntie Val, I just signed up for pre-search, but I have not done my research on it yet. Is this the one that they give you 25 tokens when you use their search engine? All right. Well, there's another one you got to write down, ladies and gentlemen. The same way you swap ETH for Ohm for Olympus, you swap AVAX for time. I knew you were going to say that. It's the same. They're using the same software, the same platform, except this 9% every 5 days means. Wait, this is crazy. That's crazy. That would be. Okay. 6 times 9. That's what this is going to be. Okay, so 54% in 1 month, but it's compounded every 5 days at almost at 9%. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, if you put in $1,000, 5 days later or 6 days later, it's going to say $1,091, I believe, right? Yeah, that's what it would be. So now $1,091, another 5 days later, now that turns into almost another 100. So now you're going to be at almost $1,200 in 2 weeks, in 10 days. In 15 days, we're going to be at 110. So we're going to be at 1310 in 15 days. Wow. That's interesting, because if this keeps up, 1, 2, 3, 306, we're going to be at around 1,600, maybe even more. I haven't done the numbers. I'm just doing a ballpark figure, ladies and gentlemen. That could be 16, 17, somewhere between 16 and 1,700 in a month. That could be crazy. Meaning your 1,000 is 16, 1,700 is what I'm saying. And then it's compounded again from there for the following months. So that means you're going to be over $3,000, well into $3,000, approaching $3,500 to $4,000 in 2 months. Interesting. I like it. Yes, ma'am. That's it. They're talking about the pre-search. Okay, I see. Thank you. I have to do my research on that. Yes, the Wonderland dashboard looks the same as Olympus, and it compounds pretty much the same. Exactly, except for a higher rate. Pre-search looks to rival Google. I like it. Victor Marrero, nice find on Wonderland platform. Exactly, very nice find. Bringing the heat, ladies and gentlemen. Auntie Val, that is a big objective. I would like to see it. Oh, yeah, anybody that's rivaling anything with Google, that would be awesome. All right. Well, once again, ladies and gentlemen, it's the Money Making Monday live stream here with SSN Nation. And Victor Marrero just now dropped a bomb on us with this 54% Wonderland. This is crazy, ladies and gentlemen. That 1,000 in 2 months is going to be, it's going to be like, I haven't done the numbers, but off the top, somewhere between $3,500. I don't, this is crazy. I think that's what it's going to be. It's somewhere in that ballpark. So basically, you're going to get your money back in less than a month and a half. So you literally have about a 45-day investment risk. I like 45-day investment risk, ladies and gentlemen. And that also means we're dealing with gas fees. So if we're doing this, again, if I understand, this means we're going to have to get money into MetaMask, this time into MetaMask. So according to what Marrero's saying, I've never done swaps. In fact, I still didn't buy anything like I was going to buy DAO. I didn't buy, OHM over the weekend. It started dropping. So I was like, okay, I'm just going to let it keep dropping because I'd have bought it at a higher price. But here's what I want to know. For that 1,000 invested, what were the fees when you used the swap? Whether, let me know if it was Sushi Swap or Uniswap. Let me know which swap you had to use. All right. And since I'm on the screen, I have this on the screen. I'm going to look it up myself on Uniswap because I have a feeling we're going to be doing Avalanche, which is on Coinbase. So we're going to swap Avalanche. No, we don't have Avalanche. What's going on? What's happening here? Oh, there it is. Okay, there's that. No Avalanche. What's happening? Okay, on Avalanche isn't on Uniswap. No, it's not. Oh, okay, never mind. I think I. Whoa. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, have the volume up. Okay, I think I'm gonna have to do some ETH. Is that what we're doing? Think we're going to be doing ETH to Avalanche or something? This is crazy. Avalanche should be on here. Okay, I must not know the. I don't have Avalanche, so maybe I don't know the token. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Well, here we are with crypto once again. It just looks that way. It looks like you're going to need a little bit of money, but if they're giving 54%, like they're doing at Wonderland. Oh, you guys didn't see it because it opened up another. Okay, it opened up another window, so you guys didn't see it at all. This is what I was looking at before, not knowing you didn't see it. Didn't see it. Here's what I was looking at. Notice this looks like Olympus or Ohm. So this 54%, 55% isn't. Basically, they're giving 9.15% every. Wait a minute. This just changed. 9.15% every 5 days. This changed. This was not 10%. Why did this change to 10%? Okay. This wasn't 10% before, ladies and gentlemen. This was 9%. So I don't know why this is changing. The price went over, no, it was already 5,000 something. This is interesting. Somebody, we got to do a little more research, or somebody can just take a leap of faith and say, you know what, I'm going to do, well, if we got to do this swap thing, then it's going to, the ETH fees, the gas fees are going to take you out unless the fees are inexpensive. We're going to find this all out tonight. We're going to source this out tonight. We can't let another opportunity go by like this. Here we go. All I'm trying to do is secure a few additional passive income sources before I retire for the second time in 24 months. Time to let go on this W-2 job. Exactly, Victor Marrero. Time to come out and party and play. All right, Victor, that's awesome. Exactly. Get that 24-month retirement plan and go home. That's it. That's 2 years. That's a long time, especially if any of these work even short time. You only have to be in for the 24 months or 2 years. Imagine just doing this for 5 months at this type of APY, which I don't know how they're going to keep that APY up. It's only for new people, I'm sure, because we're going to run into the same thing with Ohm and Olympus. As soon as they get to a certain point, there's no way they can keep giving that out. So new people that come in maybe 6 months or a year from now may not be able to get anywhere near these thousands of percent APY. But as long as you know 45 days, you get your money back. Actually, it's less than 45 days, quite frankly, because it's given 60. It's going to be, it is going to be roughly 45 days. You'll have $1,000 from 1,000, somewhere in that ballpark. So that'll work. Victor, that's awesome. Exactly. Terry Jones is in the house. Welcome to the SSN Nation Money Making Monday live stream. He's in the building. Drop a gem as well. BitRise. Okay, is that going to be like Fundrise? Okay, because right now, if they're going to act like Fundrise, they better not be giving somebody 5%. Inflation is more than 5%, but we'll talk about it. 100, potentially thousands. It gets back to its all-time high. I don't know what BitRise is. We're going to find out shortly. Has been showing a very bullish with utilization. Are we talking about BitRise? All right. We'll go off of that for a second. Let me go find out BitRise. BitRise token price. So this is something different. Bitrise.io. So is this a exchange? People are coming out the woodworks, ladies and gentlemen. Build better mobile applications. Okay, that's not it. Maybe it is. But BitRise token is called Brise. I guess that's how you would pronounce it. But that's 0.0000. How many do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 zeros, ladies and gentlemen, which also means 20, 30, 40 bucks is going to be millions of tokens. So if this thing goes to $1, then there's millionaires to be made. So again, it looks like MetaMask. That's the contract number. Where can you buy this BitRise is going to be the question, otherwise known as Brise. And it's been rising. Apparently, it's on a pump cycle right now, just like Shiba was before. So I'm going to go look up. Let me see if BitTrue has this Brise thing. I don't. Normally, they wouldn't. Probably going to be a USDT to, let's see. No Brise. Is that what it is? It's a token Brise. Bryce, yeah, nothing. So once again, we have this situation where do you buy it? How do you accumulate it? Even a little bit of it, there's no risk in that. ETH gas is 52 GWE. Man, that's crazy. Still too high. All right, let's see. Is the pre-search symbol pre? Moses Tillman. Exactly. We have so many drop tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Get your pen, pad, and papers ready. You see it here. Might as well get it ready. We talked about now, actually, you might check out Strong Block. You might check out Olympus, which is OHM, OHM. Now you can check out Wonderland, which is Time, TIME. Now somebody's mentioning Brise, BRISE, and now pre-search. That's 5 crypto options this evening that you're going to have to do your due diligence. There's people who are using their money to invest, taking the risk. That's what you have to do in business, ladies and gentlemen, is take a risk if you want rewards. There's no way around it. There's no freebies. But if you want these type of returns, you have to take risk. Okay, Terry Jones says wrong run. That's what I was putting in. Let me go check again. That is Brise. Brise token. Oh, this is it, right? The 7 zeros. Hopefully that's what you're talking about. Maybe the first one I had wrong where it was there. Yes, pre is the token. Well, there we go again. Let's go. In fact, since I'm here on CoinGecko, let's see if we have something called pre. There it is, number 380. And it's 33 cents right now. So once again, it's all about where can you buy it. And here we go. Oh, you can buy it a lot of places. KuCoin, Uniswap, CoinX, crypto. Well, no, that doesn't look like it. So it's KuCoin, Uniswap. Okay, the same situation. Swap, siphon off your money. Swap, siphon. This is craziness. All right. Come on, crypto guys. When you going to come right? When you going to come correct and not charge people no more than $2 or $3? Oh, that's right. BSV, DAG, XLM. Yeah, all them guys that charge pennies for doing transactions. You don't want nothing to do with those guys. Come on, man. This is crazy. Can you imagine if that fee wasn't taken off from the ETH gas fees and all these other exchanges like KuCoin and Uniswap, and that fee money was put in the pie too, whether it's 50 to 100, 150, 500, $1,000 that they're siphoning off, that money could be earning an extra, well, let's call it $50,000 because somebody takes $1,000 of the fee when somebody puts in like a $7,000 or $8,000 investment. I mean, come on. This is sad. Let me go. I'm going to have to go to one of these crypto conventions now and put an uproar in there. FYI, when you look up a token in CoinGecko or CoinMarketCap, check the markets or exchanges button. It will tell you where to buy. Thank you so much. I did miss that, Auntie Val, before when I went to, what was that? Wonder, right? Time. Yes, we got to go back and see. It was at the bottom. I didn't go far enough down. Let's see. Where are we at here, ladies and gentlemen? There we go. Okay. Well, this is a problem. Trader Joe. I don't even know who that is. Trader Joe and Hotbit. But hold on. It has to be a Uniswap, right? Or whatever, Sushi Swap. One of those. I can't find it. Okay. So we had pre-Brise. I think we looked at this one too. That looks like BNB. That's a BN. Is this the one? Oh, wait, is this different? This is Binance? Hold on. Yes, this is different. So there's 2 different Brise. Is that what's going on here? Okay, you're going to have to let us know what's happening here. This is a different Brise than the other one that I had up. Here's the other one. Or is it the same? Yes, this is a different one. This is Bitrise token, and the other one was BNB. Huh. Well, and this is Pancake Swap in XT. So it's W. Oh, it's a wrap. Okay, so they're the same. This is a wrap. WBNB is a wrap for the BNB. Okay, that's different. There's a couple of things going on here. All right. Well, this is going to be very, very interesting, ladies and gentlemen. Very interesting. Tiffany Young, Anival, thanks for that tip. Yeah. Avalanche is its own network like Solana or Binance. Yes, this is correct. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Avalanche is its own chain, but it's still, we still have to swap to make it happen or go to these exchanges. Man, we need to stop this crypto, guys. Come on now. All right, ladies and gentlemen, you just got dropped some gems that could potentially make you some money. We're 56 minutes in. Please smash that like button. And that's so the YouTube guys know that we have people here in the house. And if you like what we're talking about, please subscribe to the channel and then click the all notification bell. And don't worry if you do not receive any notification when I upload videos or do live streams, because nearly 95% of people that are subscribers do not receive it. So therefore, please go down below and sign up for the newsletter link. It's at the very bottom. So then this way, when I send out a message, you'll get it and know at least that I'm getting ready to upload or have uploaded a video. All right. That would be the easiest thing, because YouTube is no friend other than letting me load videos up. All right. And then they're using them to make money themselves. Let's call it what it is. All right. Let's see what else we have tonight. All right. So that was the topic to begin with, and we got sidetracked with the crypto. But hey, it's not really a sidetrack. If you're earning thousands of % on your investment and potentially thousands of % every month or 2 or 5, even 100 or 200% every few months, this is unfathomable when you think about it. Something that's too good to be true. So why would you do the investment? But every now and then you have to take risk. When you invest in stocks, that's a risk. When you invest in real estate, that's a risk. When you start your own business, that's a risk. Speaking of starting your own business, that's another asset. Nobody can control that but you. What I mean by that is your revenue, your profits is based on your work, your efforts, or your team's work and the team's effort. And therefore, you can always be gone on vacation, make money while you sleep. And if you want to start an LLC, that's fine. But I highly suggest don't do what millions of other people are doing, because they say, okay, I'm going to scrimp and save, so I'm going to start an LLC using my residential address. Well, with that, I always call security. You don't have security if you're using your residential address as your LLC, nor does that look professional. All right. So I always talk about Opus Virtual Office. It's only $99 per month, but you have a business phone number that a receptionist answers, a person answers it live. Then they will transfer that phone call to you. That's a little bit more professional. SSN Lifestyle, how may I help you? Right? Sounds a lot better when there's a secretary or a person answering, and then they can transfer to your cell phone or your business line or whatever phone number you designate. Now, business fax number. So when companies say, do you have a business fax number? You can give that to them. Those are the two most intangible things that you can't do normally with your house. You can't have a business phone number that's going to cost you $5 or $10 anymore. It doesn't work like that. All right. So just those little items help. Now you also have a commercial business address, and that makes your personal address anonymous, as it should be. Your separate entity. You and the business are not the same entity. A business is a separate entity, so make it separate. So not only do you have that, you have your mail coming there, which they get and collect. Packages, they get, collect. Sign for anything, they get, collect. So you have all these things. $99 a month is if you go with the monthly plan. If you pay quarterly or annually, you pay less. And don't forget the promo code YG so you don't have a setup fee. YG is the setup code. Opus Virtual Office down below if you're thinking of getting an LLC, C Corp, C Corporation, any business entity. Do not use your personal address. This is 2021, soon to be 2022. The world's getting much more dangerous. All right? That's what you do, ladies and gentlemen. All righty now. Link is down below. Let's see. Let me look and make sure. What else I have down below is probably, let's see, credit strong. Oh, personal credit info's down below as well. If you want to improve your credit score, that's down there because an asset, your credit is an asset, ladies and gentlemen, as well. And then some of you may be saying, hey, Eric, you know what? I don't like any of these investment options so far we've talked about. Well, I have one more down below called Wealthfront. You might say, I'm not going to load money up to Robinhood and Webull, invest in stocks separately. You might say, I want to just set it and forget it. So that would mean you might consider an index fund, ladies and gentlemen. Index funds, of course, have been doing well over the last 10 years. Let's just face facts. But there's never a time to not invest, whether it's all-time highs or not. So what's going to happen is you invest over time, whether it's the stock market, whether it's in crypto, you invest over time so your dollar cost average your way, all right, as things grow. So now an index fund, VOO, that's a Vanguard, ARC X, that's Kathy Wood, you know, my favorite ETF fund manager, Kathy Wood. She has other ARC funds as well. So you can go to arcfunds.com, I believe is the website. Then you have the Vanguards, which are generally the least expensive expense ratio type of stocks. VOO, VTI, VCR. Those are just some of the ones they have. And V is in Victor is what I'm saying. All right. So that's Vanguard Group. There's others that I'm sure Marrero likes, the Schwab Group. There's also many others that you can look it up. But do your due diligence, ladies and gentlemen. That's how this works. This is how the investment game works. You have to do your due diligence. You just can't go by what I say, Mr. Financial says, Auntie Val says. You just can't go by what any of us say. You have to do your own due diligence, just like the Wonderland, which I'm at Wonderland, and that was exactly how it's spelled. I believe it was wonderland.com is how we got there, right? Just so everybody knows. Then we clicked on the apps. I'm trying to go back to see exactly, but we clicked on the app, I believe. Let me go check it out. I think that's what it is. Let me put it on the screen too. Once again, let's get it up. And here we are with the Wonderland. And then I hit enter app. And then when I hit enter app, it opens up a second screen. But look down here at the bottom. 86,000, not millions, only 80, less than 100,000. But that's clearly going to change in the next 24 to 48 hours because Marrero just opened up the cat out of the bag. And I'm pretty sure this number is probably going to be over 90 by 24 to 48 hours. I'm pretty sure, or probably 24 hours now. So 54, let me go here. I got to get this app out so you guys can see again. This now, look, Auntie Val brought Strong Block, the number one investment opportunity. Then I can't remember who told us about OHM. Okay, Olympus DAO. I don't know if it was Auntie Val or Marrero, but either way. Then that came out. So that supplanted the other one because it has a higher rate of return, which was around 7,000, 7,300% APY. Now, this Wonderland thing, this is astronomical. This is just in unbelievable territory. The 7,000 APY was in unbelievable territory. 54,000? Doesn't make sense. We got to find out how they're doing this. Okay? So we need more info. All right. But this is just what I want you to look at, ladies and gentlemen, because in this case, you can put in an ohm and with time. If you are part of the 70% who do not have $1,000 in their bank account, but you might have 200 or 300, then this might be something to take a risk at. Just saying, or you can buy Ethereum or Bitcoin or any other altcoin. But when you're getting compound interest every 5 days, similar to what Celsius Network is doing and what Nexo and BlockFi is doing, they do interest every day too, but the interest is more believable. 8% a year, 13% APY. That is much more believable than 54,000% APY. Right? These numbers are astronomical in my opinion. But that's why it's always good, because this helps you, the ordinary citizens, the OCs, because if you're part of that 70% who says, hey, I have $300 or $400 I can put into this, I don't want to do any high risks out here, then you can do that. And that money, you get your money back in 45 days. And then from there, let it ride and see where it goes. Because if you're doing 50,000%, even a $400 or $500 investment ends up being big time money in a year. That's if it stays in 50,000 range APY for a year. All right, Victor Marrero, Eric, a quick note on Punta Cana. The lovely Punta Cana tourism minister yesterday broke ground for the construction of the access road and parking in Macau Beach. Oh my God. Oh, at a cost of more than 1.2 million. Oh my God. All right. Okay. I was lucky enough to go to Macau Beach. There is one thing that stood out in a huge way. Macau Beach is more like a locals beach. Literally. I mean, there's no way that they're going to have thousands of people at this beach other than a one-time like surfing event or something that they have out there. So this right here was mandatory. And in fact, I know across from where their parking lot is right now, who's ever watching this may get to Macau, and now you're going to go try to find the lots in Macau. Well, the locals already know that they already know the hotel is right across from the parking lot, but they didn't tell the general public. Doesn't know this. The locals know this. So lots that you previously could have bought there for less than $500 a year ago, now thousands, because the locals are like, wait a minute, we gave our stuff away for hundreds of dollars. Now we're finding out Westin is going to be on a bluff in Macau Beach area. You found out some other upscale hotels are going to be on the water. They're building as we speak. And to drive into that beach area literally was a 2-lane road with about 20 parking spaces. You guys can check my video in December when I'm in Macau, and you'll see probably I'm walking right there. That's it. That was all they had for parking. That's it. The little eating area right there, that's all they had on the beach for eating and drinks. That's it. So this is no surprise, because Macau Beach has upscale hotels that are going to be parked right there on the water. The water there is rough though. It's designed, it's for surfing. The wind is kicking up there as well. So if you're into that surfing and something like that, then Macau Beach area is perfect for you. And again, it's going to be upscale. So once again, opportunity knocks. They started building a condominium project there, but the condominium project they built there was basically built for locals. All it is just small units with a pool, and I don't even know if it has a fitness center. It wasn't being built as a Airbnb type of place, and it was inexpensive. So they don't have that much land in Macau. First of all, at least right where the beach access is, maybe a kilometer or two outside of that area, but that's not where you want to be. The way it's designed, you want to be on the way into the beach area, and they had lots for sale. which is very, very interesting. SoFi Tech stock up 7%. Macy's up 17%. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, Chili Davis, Mr. Financial, giving up the info. SoFi is a fintech, ladies and gentlemen. Let's face facts. We've been talking about these fintech companies. If you can buy their stock, now would be the time to get them because they're not being held by the same constraints that a bank, a hedge fund, a mutual fund, any of those are holding. They don't have the same constraints. Sure, they have to be approved by the government entities, but they don't have the same rules. All right. I hope everyone knows about OMI. Yes, we know about OMI. OMI was what, 7-8 months ago when it was hot and popping, and it's still hot and popping. Ecom. Everybody knows about OMI. Thank you so much for bringing that up, Terry Jones. Something else, people who may not have heard of OMI can start doing their due diligence. It's still, I believe, I just saw that earlier today. Funny that you mentioned it. I believe it still had 4 zeros in front of it. Let's go look. OMI coin price. It looks like I finally did it again, ladies and gentlemen. Took myself outside the stream, so I'm sorry about that for the interruption. But now let's get to ecom. OMI price. See what it is, shall we? Okay, I'm going to pull it on the screen here. Let's go look it up. Oops, now I got to add the screen back. All right. Just so everybody can see, this is what we do on our live streams. Impromptus. There we go. 2 zeros instead of 3 or 4. Let's go look and see. It was more than 3 months ago when it was hot. Yeah. Back here when there was 2 zeros, still 2 zeros, except it's up to 6. All right. 3120069. So it's double. Okay. Well, that's good. It's double from 3 months ago. And it's probably a little older than that, right? Let's see. Here we go. When it had 3 zeros on it back in February. So again, I don't know when we were talking about OMI, but it was probably, I don't know, it was 5-6 months back when all the hoopla. So some people have 3 zeros and now 2 zeros dropped off. You get to $1, you've minted more millionaires again. Nobody's stopping you, ladies and gentlemen. And all it takes is just a little bit of money. The only NFT platform licensed with Marvel, Disney, Cartoon Network, DC, Star Wars, many more. Only they are able to sell these name brand NFTs. Oh, no wonder all the hoopla. Collectibles is a big thing. Collectibles seemingly will never die. It seems to be a market always available to people. So this is something to consider then. I didn't know that. That we're going to have to look into. That is very interesting. Let's go check this out. OMI sells NFTs by Disney. Exclusive? That would be amazing. That would be amazing. Okay. This guy accidentally confirms Disney Viv. I don't know what VEV is. Will Moon and NFT's value will be increased? Apple, Twitter sold out. The case. Okay. So there's something to this. Marvel releases the Marvel Mighty's NFT collection. Well, I don't know about this OMI thing because they're not saying that, but I'm going to go with this. NFTs. Speaking of NFTs, This is not going away, ladies and gentlemen. So you need to probably start understanding what an NFT is. Viv is the app where they sell the NFT platform. Okay. So just doing just a minor little thing here. This is Marvel, Mighty's NFT collection, including Captain America, the first Avenger. On the Viv or VV, I don't know how to pronounce it. If it's VV, let me know if it's VEE. VEE is how you pronounce this, or Viv, but I have a feeling it's VV or Viv. I don't know how to pronounce that. Marvel has announced the release, dubbed Marvel Mighty Season 1 Captain America, Captain Marvel, Disney Studios. Um, so who owns VV? Is that what you're saying? VV is the Omi marketplace? Yep, that's what you're saying. There we go. So it's the same thing. VV and Omi is the same, it looks like. VV global license announcement in Singapore. All right, so there's something to it. Gonna have to do your own due diligence, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you again, Terry Jones, for giving us some more information. Where's my look? This is getting to be a long list here. This is getting to be too long now. Omi, NFTs, VV. Yes, that's right. I write it down too, ladies and gentlemen. You would take heed because you never know what's going to happen. Remember, OM, DAO, Olympus, DAO. That's OM, OHM. All right, which I have to get into in the next 24 hours. Then we have the one tonight, Wonderland. You can diversify on all these. And that's interesting. Wonderland is time, TIME. That's the token. Gonna have to use, I guess, Uniswap or Sushi Swap or something. I don't know yet. And now, let's see, did I miss something out? Strong block we mentioned. Pre-search. Man, everybody's coming out the woodworks. Pre-search is PRE. All right. I don't fully know what that is yet. So this is how we're doing it. On the fly, ladies and gentlemen, here on the SSN Nation Money Making Monday live streams. Low-hanging fruit. 200, 300, 400, 500, 1,000. Low-hanging fruit. That's your risk tolerances, then good. If your risk tolerance is higher, then that just means you can make a hell of a lot more money. And that also illustrates why the rich get richer. Because anybody that can put down $5,000 or $10,000 on a 50,000% APY, 55,000% APY, they're going to get a whole lot richer than somebody who can put down 300, 500, or 1,000. They're able to take a higher risk. So this keeps in mind the top 10 percenters, why they always win. Because think about this. If a guy has multi-millions and he goes, you know what? I like this 55,000%. I'll throw $10,000 in there. Well, he might make, that's probably over $1 million easily, I'm pretty sure, because that's 50 some percent. It's probably a few millions. So he's thinking that's worth the risk to me. Whereas another person might go, okay, I can only put in 500 or 400. And sure, you're going to make on that return, it's still going to be equally as nice, but it's not the same as the guy who puts in the 10,000 or 15 and takes the bigger risk. So those are the reasons why the rich stay ahead, because they can take more chances with their lesser percentage of what it's costing them or their portfolio worth. Okay, here we go. The only thing that keeps it from exploding is Ethereum gas fee. Exactly. Too bad they're on Ethereum, which they are getting rid of with Immutable X. Then exchange listings coming soon will explode, in my opinion. Do research advised. Immutable X. Yes, I've heard of that. Man, this crypto thing, I'm going to have to get into it now. By the way, SSN lifestyle family members, there will be an SSN crypto thing for lifestyle. Yes, that's right. You heard me. There's going to be something on that too. Of course, you know who I'm going to be working with. You know, the guys that don't charge every time you try to do something, taking like 10 to 15% of your money. Not working with those guys. Let's just put it that way. Vive is the app where they sell the NFT platform. I like it. Vivi is a part of the Ecomi. All right, well, Ecomi's still cheap. 50, 60, 70, $100 still gets you thousands of their coins. So low hanging fruit again, ladies and gentlemen. And Omi is on a lot of platforms right now. In fact, let me go look it up. Right? Let's go to Omi, Ecomi, Coin. Let's go Coin Gecko. I'll go there because I like how they have it down at the bottom. So that shows us where we can go get this. There you go. So here we are. Bitforex, Gate.io, okay. AscendX, which is BitMax. Gate.io, okay. This looks like whoa, wait. What's this? USDT to Omi. Well, USDT and ETH is almost the same fees. There's no difference. These guys, man, come on, you crypto guys who's running this stuff. Act like DAG, act like BSV, where you're not charging any of these stupid fees so people can make more money. Come on. Join the Stop Struggling Now family. We out here trying to help people, man. Lots, potential gold mines. Exactly, Curtis Davis. Exactly. Mr. Financial, lots in Macau. They were cheap as hell. And I got there too late. This is what happens when you're just a tad bit too late. Just 6 months earlier. 6 months earlier than last year would have been a huge difference where these guys were selling their lots for a few $100 in Macau. Just 6 months earlier. I met the real estate guru. Well, he's not really a guru, but he was the main guy in Macau. I actually talked with him. So that's how I got a little backstory when he said, man, if you would have been here like 7, 8 months ago, you'd have been able to buy these lots that you drove right past for under $1,000. Now, people know what's coming, so they want thousands of dollars more. Man, timing is everything. That's it exactly. That's how it works, ladies and gentlemen. That's why timing is a risk, right? A lot of people won't take the risk, even though later on we find out, oh, yeah, I could have bought that for $150, $200, $300. But when you were going to buy it for $150 to $300, there was no Westin. There's no hotels buying parcels of land around there. There's no new hotel being built. None of that. So it's just regular old Dominican Republic land that horses or cows were on. Nothing major. And then all of a sudden the land is so cheap that these big corporations came there saying, hey, we can build right here on the water. We like it. So again, I'll give you the story in case you're new here. Please subscribe to the channel if you like what we're talking about and click the all notification bell and make sure you smash that like button, ladies and gentlemen. Now, here's the story. I'm a kid. We're driving through Vegas. On Las Vegas Boulevard, where there's only 8, 9, 10 casinos, maybe maximum. Downtown is the guy with the cowboy suit on with that, where he's turned sideways and he's moving. And you got the girl moving. And basically, downtown is not covered. It's open. You drive down where the Fremont Street is now. That used to be open, and you drive down that. There was probably about 8, 9, 10 casinos there, maybe. That's it. So when you were driving up to Flamingo, when you're driving up there, there was distance. There's dirt on each side of the road. There were literally signs, wooden sticks with the sign, paper sign across. Wasn't wooden sign. It was like literally a stick in the sand with the paper sign talking about $40 an acre. Yeah, you heard me. $40 freaking dollars an acre. And everybody goes, well, how come your grandmother or your parents didn't buy some land when it was cheap? Because it was desert. There was the middle of the desert. Nobody's out there. Nobody. So $40 an acre was just like a million because there's no casinos out there. There's none of what you see today out there. All you see is these little dusty old casinos. And what people don't realize is they glorified it, right? Bigger than life. These casinos would only hold a showroom. Sammy Davis Jr., Frank Sinatra, these guys, the Rat Pack, they're in rooms that people were thinking were these huge rooms with thousands of people. The room only held like 300 people. That's it. They were small little showrooms, nothing spectacular. So there's no reason for somebody to buy an acre for $40. But you know who did buy acres? The billionaire Howard Hughes. That's right. Most of you may not know the guy that owned TWA, the guy that owned RKO Pictures, I believe it was called, movie studio. He goes to Vegas and he goes, he's a billionaire, ladies and gentlemen. Billionaire in like the 1930s, 50s and 60s. He goes there and he goes, let me take a few $1,000,000 of these. How many acres can I get? This guy ends up owning damn near half of Las Vegas. In the desert half, Henderson, Nevada, Summerlin. And to this day, Howard Hughes Enterprises is still there because he bought so much of the acreage. And now some of that stuff he owns property on, real estate. And now his organization, the man has been dead for like 30, 40 years. And it still is reaping millions of dollars from passive income. And then every now and then they decide to sell some parcels to some major corporation for a few $100 million. Nice. That's how this all works, ladies and gentlemen. Just like nobody bought crypto when it was 25 cents for BTC, when it was $1.50 for BTC, when it was $5, nobody bought it then. But now everybody's like, oh man, I wish I was around when I could have bought it for $15. You were around. You just didn't want to do it or didn't know about it. So these are the reasons why you always have to keep learning. Just like this NFT stuff that's going on right now. I haven't even expanded into the NFT area because there's so much other stuff I'm learning about. Just like when we're doing this Wonderland and Time, and now we're talking about Olympus and DAO and Strong Block, and then there's still NFTs to deal with. This is getting out of control, but if you are able to invest a little bit of money, you just never know. You're taking a risk now, not really knowing what the outcome is. But like Terry Jones just gave us this ecom, knowing if they have the exclusive rights for Disney, we all know that's powerful. You should have some econ or whatever this VV or VEVE thing is, you should be involved. And at this point, it's cheap as hell. So then you're going to be the grandkids are going to come up to you and be like, how come, grandfather, you didn't invest in OMI when it was like 0.006 or 0.0003? You were there. Why didn't you just buy $10? What were you thinking? Right. That's what's going to happen. Timing is everything. Exactly, Wilson Koo. All right, ladies and gentlemen, you're getting low-hanging fruit that you can actually just buy $20, $30, $50 worth. In fact, let me go run the numbers on this, because this is what I always say. I do the same thing. I don't go out here and say, oh, I'm going to buy $50,000, $5,000, $10,000, $3,000, $1,000 worth of OMI. I say the same thing. I just tell you exactly what I'm doing. So OMI is like 0.0062, right? So look, if you did even 100,000, $620 is what it would cost you for that 0.0062. All right. Now, let's just say that I do my usual, because I'm not going to do that. I'm going to tell you what I do. I do like 0.0062. In fact, I already have OMI, but I'm going to do some more. So let's just say I do $25, right? So I actually blew it. $25 divided by 0.0062. 0.0062. I did it backwards. Hold on. Okay. 25 divided by 0.0062. Okay, that's 4,032 coins. That's $25. Just to give you an idea. So this is what I do. Something I'm not even caring about Omi, really. But now that I know it's this thing, maybe I'll do a little more. But I'm doing somewhere between $25 and $50. Just give me my 4,000 or 10,000 coins. Call it a day. I'll let it sit there for the rest of the time. Except this time I won't be losing my keys. All right. There's a big difference between now and 2009. All right. So just add it up, keep adding them up. A little more Omi, a little more this, that, and the other Shiba, a little more. Just keep going. All right. NFTs, gaming, play to earn, all going to explode. Exactly, Honey Val. I have to agree with that 100%. Haha, don't want to be sorry. Exactly, Terry Jones. Thank you so much for bringing that up, because a lot of people can afford. This is low-hanging fruit. This is what we do here. You can make hundreds of thousands, millions of dollars. But when are you able to do that? A lot of people are living paycheck to paycheck, but they can say, well, I can live without going down to the McDonald's for a couple of times, and I'll go buy 25 or 35 or $40 worth of this Omi. What's the problem? Get myself a few thousand of the coins. If it explodes into some $1,000 range or $500 range now, well, for that little bit of investment, it's worth it. Some people may say it's no investment at all, just like I said in Las Vegas when it was $40 an acre, right there on the side of the road on Las Vegas Boulevard. Nobody was up there buying anything. And there wasn't just one sign, ladies and gentlemen. The whole desert was littered with these little signs of $40, $45 an acre, all down Las Vegas Boulevard. Jesus, it's sickening to think about it right now. But who knew that little dusty railroad town in the middle of nowhere would turn into be what it is? That's what happened to me at Margaritaville, Orlando. It was all dirt, no roads, no infrastructure. It took over 4 years to transform it to what it is today. You have to believe in the product. Exactly, Victor Marrero. Another testimony to what happens, ladies and gentlemen. This is what's going down right now in Punta Cana, in the Dominican Republic, in Mexico, in the Philippines, in Costa Rica, in Belize, in South America, and Ecuador. This is what's going on right now all over the world. And if you don't know about it, then you can't invest in it. Just like last year when I started talking about it, it's been a year ago I started talking about Punta Cana and Dominican Republic. That's when you could have bought a 2-bedroom villa, never mind an apartment. 2- and 3-bedroom villas were under $100,000. You can't get that. Well, actually, you can't even get 2 bedrooms now. Apartments under 100, let alone a villa. It's too late for that. It's going right before our eyes into these stages, but because it's moving so slow, you don't think nothing of it. But a year goes by and then you realize, wait a minute, I bought a penthouse for 123. There are no penthouses you can buy, 2-bedroom penthouses with a terrace for 123 anymore. The new stuff, even today, I get an email from a member of the SSN Nation. He was asking about Arco. Arco 2-bedroom is 153, not the penthouse. The penthouse at Arco is 194. And it's smaller than my penthouse. That's how crazy this is. It's not bigger, it's smaller. All right? So this is what happens when you can't see a vision or you don't think that it's going to happen. You sit back and you're like, well, I'll just wait and see. Waiting and seeing is fine, but you're going to have to pay more. And now because of the wait and see, I mentioned this in speaking of real estate. This is a little bit higher level here, ladies and gentlemen. You need some money in what we're talking about, pre-construction. But the real estate at the beach, that I initially went to go look at because the one bedrooms were 89,000. The two bedroom at Arena was something like 114 or something, and the two bedroom at the beach was 126. Well, now the two bedroom phase 3 is 136 at the beach. And I can't remember all the prices because they now have hotel units at the beach that cost more than the one or bedrooms and studios at the beach. It's crazy what's happening. Things are escalating right before our very eyes. Every time, every week that goes by, there's something, and all this stuff is being sold out. I still can't figure out who's buying all this stuff, although I know what's happening because the Ministry of Tourism went to Spain, Italy, Russia, UK, United States, Canada. They went all over the world and told people exactly what I'm talking about now. They said, yeah, you can get a villa for $100,000. What kind of villa? Oh, the one behind security gates, 300, 3-bedroom, 2.5, 3 bathrooms. They were like, what are you saying? Okay, and our weather's like 80, 85 degrees all year round on average. And we're building this massive infrastructure over here. Check it out. And these guys are all sitting there going, wait, this would cost us in our country, except in Russia, but in most European Euro countries, a few $100,000. So they're like, I can get this for 100 grand, 120, no credit, no qualifying. I don't even have to be a citizen. Yeah. Okay. Where do I sign? These people are just calling up saying, I'll send you the money. That's how crazy this is right now. And do you not think that there are top 10 percenters who are picking and choosing? They're going, give me 2 units here. Give me 4 units there. And they're all sitting there going, okay, I got 4 units. It cost me $4,000 to reserve. 4 units all together cost me $80,000 down payment. How much did you say it was going to be for all 4 units? Oh, $4,500 a month for 18 months to 24 months. That's what's going to happen. That's what you're doing. And then when it's all said and done and all built, all these guys are sitting there worth millions of dollars worth of profit coming in because now they can rent it out. And the property values are going to be over $1 million once you add up all 4 of them together. This is what's happening, ladies and gentlemen. So it's not too late is what I'm saying. Even if you have to pay a little bit more, it's still not too late because you're buying an asset that returns revenue to you. All right. That's it. So Moreros, I'm putting it back up when he says, or am I? All right. I see I lost you guys. I don't know what happened. It just shut off. Oh, well, we're 1 hour and 38 minutes in. So I want to say I'm sorry for cutting that off. Once again, if you like any of this, the gear. Once again, hold on. We have gear to show tonight. You can go to the StopStrugglingNow.com website and become the CEO of my life. All right. These come in white, black. All right. That's where we got them. StopStrugglingNow.com website. Or some of you can see the merch shelf down below and you'll see some of these items there. Or t-shirts, hard work equals entrepreneurs, one of them. CEO of my life's another one. And again, in case you missed the start of this video, I started talking about gear that you can start your own merchandise business, basically no money, because you can design it and then use Teespring or Printify to host your designs, and they order directly from that website. You just have to send people to the website. And a lot of you may be new, and here's Andy Ortiz. He's in the house tonight. Welcome to the SSN Nation Money Making Monday live stream with the icon next to his name. What up? What up? Good to see everyone. Good to see you too, Andy Ortiz. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate your support. We're talking about some coins tonight. Crypto, Wonderland, which is the time token, getting 54,000% APY, and no barrier to entry, because apparently, as long as you can get some of this time token and you can stake it, 9% every 5 days, incredible. Compounding every 5 days is awesome. That's what we're talking about, Andy Ortiz. Time, Wonderland. And everybody, we're talking about Olympus DAO as well, otherwise known as Ohm token or coin. I don't know what Ohm is, but Ohm is the same way, except it's a little less. 6%, I believe it was, right? And I can't remember what it was, if that was monthly or whatever. But nonetheless, they were talking crazy, like 7,000% APY. Once again, 45 days to 3 months, you have your money back. Is it worth 45 days to 3 months of a risk? That's what you have to ask yourself, because at the end of that time, you can take back your original investment, cash out, and keep the other part in and let it ride. Or let the double or triple the money ride and make more money. It's up to your risk tolerance, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, I hear you. Time token and Wonderland. I'm on it. Exactly, Andrew Ortiz. Hey, this one's like I said, even if somebody did 300, 500, 1,000, 5,000, 10,000, 20,000, this is crazy. This right here, this is something that the governments around the world does not want to happen. Can you imagine somebody that says, hey, you know, you have people in the government who know 70% of the population doesn't have $1,000, right? Due to COVID, who knows what the number really is. So imagine somebody waking up one day, Santa comes down the chimney, puts a note on your table and says, Santa was here, 55,000 APY or 7,300 APY, and here's $300. Can you imagine? A lot of people have $300. A lot of people have $400. A lot of people have $500 that they're willing to risk. Can you imagine if this was able to stay at 50,000% over the course of a year for a $300 or $400 or $500 investment, which is low risk, low tolerance for a lot of people? That's why I use that number. That's an incredible return, ladies and gentlemen. Think about it. 4 to 5 solid projects you hold and dollar cost average into is good enough. Exactly, Terry Jones. We don't have to break the bank. Do your own due diligence and risk tolerance. That's all we have to do here, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Now, I have the same videos up, but we might have some new people here. So you know what I'm going to do? Because I have the SSN lifestyle, I'm going to run the SSN lifestyle so people can go get their drinks. All the people that have seen it, SSN lifestyle videos, they are 1 minute long. So you have 1 minute to go get your drink, get some chips, sit back and relax, because we're not done. It's an hour and 43 minutes in. Please smash that like button, because the other low-hanging fruit is SSN Lifestyle. There are membership. There's a Founders Club membership, and a lot comes with it. And there's going to be even a little bit more. But there's a lot that comes with that. And you are still you're a member that can refer other people, and you can make commissions for products and services that we're going to have on the site. All right. We have the new software up for the member affiliate program. So I'm happy about that. So now we can go full force ahead with getting product services on the site. People signed up. Whether you want to do it, however you want to do it, it's up to you. But there's a free version. There's $149.99, a $349.99, and a $599.99. And the Founders Club is $23.50. It's right now Monday. The Founders Club is probably going to go up maybe about 7 days from now, because when I add this other component onto it, now there's going to be some more increased value well above anything else that I've even talked about yet. Because once you get into the space of cryptos and all that, that brings on a whole nother ball game. But we're going to be in that game too. All right. So people, stay tuned. But I'm going to run an SSN lifestyle commercial. There's a link down below so you can go check out the website. It's all in pre-launch right now. It's not fully formed. That's why the Founders Club goes up in price as we keep adding and building on. All the other memberships are going to stay the same. There's only 15 exclusive spots for the Founders Club. That's it. And they always are going to be VIP, always going to have the top dog status. Then after the Founders Club is gone, so to speak, because there's only 15 people that can be in it, then the top dog status is going to be Premier. But Premier will never have all the membership benefits of the Founders Club. All right. That's just the way it is. And the Founders Club, of course, is an entity. So you can have your EIN if you want, or your personal social, however you want to do it. And that also gives you the right to sell or whatever you want to do, transfer kind of thing as well. So let's go. I'm going to play I'm going to go with the old school version of the SSN lifestyle. Here you go, ladies and gentlemen. Anybody who hasn't seen it yet, everybody else, you can get that drink of water and some chips or whatever, because we're not done. All right.
SSN lifestyle. Do you want to travel and see the world? Stay in luxurious accommodations. Have peace of mind and relaxation. The financial freedom to enjoy the life you deserve? Well, welcome to the SSN lifestyle. Your financial health will create your wealth. We are here to help you drive to your destination of greatness. And we have the start button. If you are willing to learn, put in the work, and help others achieve their goals and dreams, then please join us for a better future and welcome to the SSN lifestyle. We will help you create happiness and freedom to enjoy life.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back from that little 30-second interlude. SSN Lifestyle. The link is down below in the description. You can go over there and check out a little bit more of what's it about. It's all there. Now, good topic from Curtis Davis, Mr. Financial. Government knows the number. Few people have over 1,000. Exactly. They know the numbers even more than that because they have access to your bank accounts. They have access to how much money you're putting into retirement, how much Social Security, if you're old enough to get Social Security. They know all of that. They know if you have health coverage. Think about it. Land of the free, the government has all your info, and they know how many people are at risk. And there's not just, when you start talking about 60, 70% of the population, there's 350 million people. When you start talking about 200 million out of the 350 million don't have money, that is a significant portion of the population. And that also means one thing. That means those are going to be the have-nots if there's a recession or a market crash. And the people that have the money or the assets to buy all the leftover carnage, all that's going to happen is they're going to get richer. Just what happened during last year during the pandemic. The billionaires made billions more. That's right. So think about it. All right. Think about it. You want to get those assets. Barry Wise is on again. Thank you so much, Wilson Curtis Davis. The threshold is 600. We may have to report in twice a day. We'll be monitored. Exactly. Welcome to the land of the free. Gem overload. Exactly, Terry Jones. Lots of gems dropped. Exactly, especially in this crypto space. This is getting crazy. This is getting fun. This is actually reminds me of the first time I heard of Bitcoin, and the guy was, hey man, just send it over. Except back then, again, there was no exchanges. There was no nothing. It was just people's word. And oh, by the way, here's some of these here's some numbers and some words. Okay, what do I do with this? Nothing. It's like crazy. Terry Jones. The bomb, boom. Exactly. 2022. They want all cash apps over $600. Must report to IRS. Yeah, that's not going to. I just can't see this happening, ladies and gentlemen. It's good talk, but there is no way the banks are going to sign on this. They know how many transactions they have already with people doing $600. That's low-hanging fruit. They know a whole bunch of OCs are going to have these transactions because rent is due every month. I don't know anybody that has rent of under $600. I mean, that's ridiculous. So that means every month, so hundreds of millions of people, when they go pay their rent, they're going to take out the money or write a check for that. Is that something that's going to be a transaction report that they need to send in? That's crazy. That's ridiculous. Everybody that pays a mortgage, you're going to send it. I mean, this is insane. I just can't see this passing. Let's just put it that way. It's a nice little, distraction, but highly unlikely. Highly, highly unlikely. Yes, Wilson Koo sounds like communism or socialism. Exactly, it's communism. Socialism, by the way, I guess we're going to have to get there sometime. Socialism, by the way, is why you have Social Security. Socialism is why you have Medicare, Medi-Cal. Socialism is why you pay taxes. Your taxes support police, fire, school, DMV registration. When you pay that, that's socialism. Helps for roads, maintain bridges, highways, whatever. That's socialism, ladies and gentlemen. Cuba is not socialism. Venezuela is not socialism. These are like dictatorships, communism. That's what those are. Those are different things. Communism is a government that pays for the welfare of all of its citizens. That's communism. America is literally socialism and capitalism combined. So now what happens? You have a government that takes care of its citizens, but only if you need welfare, only if you need food stamps, only if you need Social Security, only if you need medical, because nobody's going to be turned away from the hospital even though you don't have insurance. There's still certain protections, right? But you still have capitalism. And oh, by the way, I'm not going to forget about the tax cuts and tax breaks. Billionaires building stadiums in cities, and you have the citizens of the city pay for the taxes, pay their share to build the stadium and get none of the profits. But they're going to keep paying the tax on the bond. That's ridiculous. I don't understand why people are voting for stadiums. And then you're going to pay for a billionaire owner's stadium and their team to play there. And then you're still going to pay taxes on that stadium while he gets a tax cut and tax break. That doesn't make sense to me, but people keep doing it. Are you entertained? Roman Empire, ladies and gentlemen, come on. Don't get caught up. We have work to do here. Get your assets in 2021. Don't let anybody distract you. You have to stay diligent. It's going to be hard out here. Nobody's saying it's easy. This ain't the guru zone. It's going to be hard. If you want to invest, if you want to create wealth, it's going to be hard. Nobody's talking it's going to be easy. You have to learn. Just like right now, how many people right now? Victor Marrero says, hey, I heard about Wonderland Time. He didn't know about this a week or 2 or 3 or 5 back. Otherwise, he probably would have mentioned it. But he's out there learning, even though he already knows about OHM, even though he's already knows about an investment in Strong Block. He's still out here trying to learn and find out other things, just like Mark Cuban. He does that. He's studying constantly. All the billionaires, millionaires, top 10 percenters are studying because they know one thing, ladies and gentlemen. Nothing stays the same. Nothing. Just because you have a $1 billion, $1 trillion company today doesn't mean that $1 billion, $1 trillion company is going to be around 10 years from now. Somebody might come out with some product that's going to make your product obsolete. All right. How many people have seen a telephone in their home? Kids don't even know what those things are sitting on the walls. If they even see them, they're like, what is that? Think about it. It wasn't long ago that everybody still had phones in their house. Now nobody even knows what that is. Telephone booths. Really? Where are those at? I mean, think about it, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to come. It's coming. Sounds like communism. Exactly. Eric for president. That's right. Hey, they don't want the guys like me as president because we're going to make things right. That's all I can say. There won't be no more of this. We're going to Oh, you're going to build me you want to come to my city and build a manufacturing facility, but you want me to have my citizens pay for your building, pay for your land? Are you smoking crack? This is what's going on in America, which is why that part of America is socialism. And that's why you, as an ordinary citizen, that's where your money's getting siphoned away. They're giving these guys free land, free building, and then you don't have to pay taxes for 20 years because you're going to give us 10,000 employees. Well, we know the 10,000 employees never come. It's 10,000 employees over 15 years, but they never come. But meanwhile, these guys are making money hand over fist at my expense as the taxpayer. No, you can pay your taxes. It's you're risking it. Why do I have to pay for your risk? This is capitalism, right? I don't pay for your risk. You want to take a risk? Use your money. Don't come knocking on my door going, hey, man, I'm building something up the street. I need $25 from everybody in this neighborhood every month. That's socialism. That is the socialism that is bad. And that's what we have going on here in America, ladies and gentlemen. We got to stop all this. Curtis D., they're into saving the wealthy, not the OCs, and they will bury them in taxes and food stamps. Exactly. That's exactly right. We get to this subject matter all the time on these live streams because it's annoying. It pisses me off. And this is why I started the SSN lifestyle. And of course, like I said, I'm one of those guys, ladies and gentlemen, that you guys don't know about, but I'm on the government's list as we got to control this situation because he's helping people again. So when we blow this thing up, watch what happens. I'm not saying anything bad's going to happen. All I'm saying is because everything is independent. Whatever you guys do, you do. You're going to have the knowledge, the information, the sales. You'll have the site. You'll be able to do what you do. But the thing is, these guys are going to make up new rules, new laws, and all that stuff. That's just how it is. They're going to block us. But don't worry about it. We always have a plan. And knowing that they're going to do it in the first place is the joke in itself. SSN Academy or University breaking out secrets. Hey, that's what we do here. Down below in the description, ladies and gentlemen. Credit is an asset. So I do have personal credit links down below where you can rebuild your credit, even get credit because it's soft inquiries. No hard inquiry. Down below in the description. If you want to start your own business, then I suggest you use Opus Virtual Office, which is a virtual office, but it's at a commercial address. They collect your mail. They answer the phone as your business. You have a business fax number. And there's many other benefits. You receive mail there. All right. So there's many other benefits. And there's a code where you can get your setup fee waived. YG1. It's down below in the description as well. You want to get a domain name that nobody can take away from you because it's on the blockchain? Then you go to Unstoppable Domains and pay your one-time fee, $20, $40, $60, depending on your .zil, .crypto, .bitcoin, .x, and .nft and all that. Then you're in a whole nother finance world because people can send you like ericbird.crypto. Somebody can send me crypto. All I have to do is say, hey, Eric, I'm going to send back your $500 you loan me. Okay, send it to my crypto, ericbird.crypto. Eric, now here's how the question goes. Okay, which crypto? Bitcoin, Ethereum? Oh, it doesn't matter. ericbird.crypto accepts the top 100 coins. So as long as it's the top 100, you can send me the $50. I don't care. So now instead of me sending it to Cash App, instead of me sending it to PayPal, sending it through, what's the other companies? Venmo. They're out of the picture. All right. Now you see why this is very powerful, ladies and gentlemen. You have control of the keys to the car. You have control of your future. Nobody's stopping you, ladies and gentlemen. Save only themselves and other wealthy. That's what happens, Curtis Davis. Let's just face facts. If you're in Congress, you make $170,000 a year, roughly, somewhere like that. You get millionaires and billionaires coming up to you saying, hey, man, we could use a break on this law. Why don't you come here? In fact, I'm going to donate $300,000 to your campaign. What else you need? You need that $2,000 golf bag and clubs. What else do you need? You need to stay up in the, in the Poconos I never stay there, but stay up in the Poconos in the cabin for 3 weeks. And I got a big cabin. It's 5,000 square feet. Go, you and your family and friends can hang out there. Do you think they're going to be looking out for our sorry asses after they're getting pampered like this? Come on. This is the Roman Empire all over again. So get on board, ladies and gentlemen. The train is not leaving the station yet. You still have time. It's sad sometimes. I tell everyone I can about crypto, but so few actually act on the knowledge. Auntie Val, welcome to the Stop Struggling Now world. I've been talking about this stuff for 2-3 years. And look, you see how it works. You know, getting suppressed, nothing. Because we're not just talking about one thing. It's not a one-stop shop channel. We just don't talk about crypto. We just don't talk about real estate. We just don't talk about stocks. We just don't talk about how to start businesses. We just don't talk about affiliate marketing. We talk about everything that can help people because this is the real world out here. But I feel your pain, Auntie Val, because all the time as I've been going through the years, everything that I'm telling people here on Stop Struggling Now, I would be telling my friends and acquaintances and even people I don't really know, but I've met, and I would start telling them, look, this is all you have to do. I give them the straight playbook, how to do it, how to go about doing it. I give them the whole playbook, and here's my phone number. I guarantee you out of 100 people, 1 or 2 people would ever call me back. If that. Sometimes we'd have to get to 200 people before 1 or 2 people would say, hey, you know what you told me about? I checked it out. This actually... And then there would only be that 1 or 2 people that would actually do it. And then they would call me up 6 months, a year and a half later going, man, I did what you said and I'm rolling. But the number is so minuscule, it's ridiculous. So that's why one day, 3 years ago, I said, you know what? Let me come on YouTube. Maybe I can get in front of, instead of just a few 20, 30, 40 people a year, maybe I can get in front of thousands. And out of that, maybe some people would do something. And sure enough, just like in the Punta Cana, Dominican Republic, real estate investing, it's, you know, I'm like a father, even though I'm a father about this, because I'm like sitting here like knowing there's over 30 SSN Nation members who invest in the Dominican Republic. That is incredible. Because all the years in fact, I told my friends about Dominican Republic last year. Out of all, just like normal, out of all the 20, 30 people I told, all 20, 30 people I told, nobody did anything. They all asked the same questions. Everybody asked the same question. It's in the Dominican Republic. If you rent it out, how are you going to maintain it? And so then when I sit there and go, you have heard of Airbnb and VRBO, right? What do you mean? You do know there's management companies. You can give them at the time, I would always say 20%, 25%. What's the problem? And you have an asset that costs no credit, no qualify, 0% interest for 2 or 3 years. You're giving them the down payment. So you automatically qualify on the other side. And they're all just like, yeah, but I'm like, yeah, but what? And now look, a year ago, they could have done just look, I'm gonna keep bragging at this point because a lot of you are new here. I bought 2 condos, 2 2-bedroom penthouses for $200,000. 2. Now you can't even buy 1 penthouse in Punta Cana for $200,000. And a penthouse means there's a terrace on top. So you have your 2-bedroom units, and then you have a terrace and a 1-bedroom on top in the terrace. So now, just in the last year, one of them, I believe, is clearly worth 190s, okay? Because they're selling the new ones at 190, and they're smaller than mine. So I'm just going to say I'm at 190s. Plus, I have more amenities within my project as well. So I'm just going to say it's equal, 190. And then the other one, I don't really know what the value is because there was only 12 of the units in Primavera Residences. And because Primavera Residences doesn't have any more condos there that they're selling, so there's no way for me to know until there's going to be other apartments there, but that's in the next phase. So I already know if they sold an $80,000 villa is now 125, that means an $80,000 condo should equally be like 110, 120, 130. But if we wait another 6 months, then I know it's going to be worth 150, 160. So just in that amount of time, less than 10 months, what are we in? Yeah, month number 10, 10 months, the 203, I think, 205,000 investment, that's what it was worth, is already 70 grand more. So we're at 275, and we know we're already at another 30 more. So literally 100,000 in appreciation in 9 months. And we still have 0% interest that we're paying monthly. 0%. That's it. All I can say is I like it when a plan comes together. Auntie Val, it's a foreign language still. Also, it takes work and research that some people don't have time for or simply choose not to learn about. Ignorant is bliss. That's exactly it, Tiffany Young. Exactly it. As the more barriers you have, the less people that will jump over it. So it's easy to say, hey, go buy Ethereum, BTC, any of that, because you can go to Coinbase and you can literally buy it, one transaction. But soon as you say, go buy something else, and you have to send it over to another exchange, that's a barrier. So let's say 100 people will go through the first barrier, but then it'll drop to 50% who will ship it over. Maybe less than that, but for our example, it's 50% will ship it over. 50 people will ship it over. So now 50 people send it over to, let's say, what was that? I'm trying to think of Strong Block, and I can't remember right now. But anyhow, we sent it over. Let's just call it, we did a Uniswap. Well, if you do Uniswap, out of those 50, only 1 or 2 people were going to do Uniswap. Let's just put it plain and simple, because this is not something that's ordinary. So there's where the barriers happen. So when you start going 1 million people, and then out of 1 million people, only about 1,000 will do it, that's what we're talking about. So it's no surprise, but that's exactly it. Ignorance is bliss. And we all know people don't want to learn. They want to buy courses. They want somebody to tell them how to do it, even though they're buying a course. And the course doesn't even tell you how to do it, other than, oh, come back to us later. We have an upsell for you. Jeez, it's crazy. They only want to hop in when it's already skyrocketed. A bit too late, buddy. Ha. Exactly, Terry Jones. This is exactly what's happening right now with BTC and Ethereum. BTC's over 60. It's gonna approach 70, right? Now, it's all the rage once again, where people are like, they weren't willing to get in when it was 35, weren't willing to get in when it was 30, but now that it's double, they're willing to get in. It makes no sense. But again, this is Johnny come lately syndrome, and this happens with everybody because now you see it's a good deal. It confirmed. You confirmed it's a good deal. So I'll get in now. But that now cost you. The opportunity cost is real. I've done videos on the opportunity cost, and I tried to tell people by waiting, yes, you take a less of a risk because you have a known factor, known quantity. But if you take the risk, you have a bigger and a larger upside. You get to make more profit. So that's why I illustrated my 2 units cost 205. All right. And both are penthouses that you can't buy a penthouse in Punta Cana. As far as I know right now, the least expensive one is 195. I have 2. All right. So I'm not going to say that both of them are worth 195 and make it like they're worth 400 grand. I'm not going to say that because one's in Vista Cana, one's not. But I know one's 195 at least. In fact, I can argue that it's worth more because it has more amenities in my complex. But I'll stay 195 and conservative. And the other one, I'll stay conservative with what their numbers say. So I'm saying it should be 120, 125. So to me, 30,000 on one, 70 on another, 100K, and we ain't even halfway home. We're just 7, 8 months into this. Imagine once everything's built out, ladies and gentlemen. Are you with me still? Do you hear me? Please smash this like button. And if you like what we're talking about, subscribe to the channel, please, and hit the all notification bell. All right, let's go. 2 hours in. Tiffany Young, true, but even when you offer to hold their hand, just frustrating. Auntie Val, exactly right. Auntie Val, this is my whole life. My whole life. It does not matter. You're just going to have to face facts. It does not matter. You can sit there and say, my whole life, here's what I've done. Because you guys, I've been very fortunate, right? Just like now, when I'm sitting here, we're doing the live streams. You guys see me every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. This is the same thing I used to tell my friends. I'm at my house. You know where I live. Come on over. I'll actually show you how to do it. In fact, if it regarding like opening up an LLC or whatever, we'll go downtown to the LLC office and sign Secretary of State office, and I'll help you sign the documents so you can start your LLC. Because back then we couldn't do it on the computers. So people get funky with paperwork. But I said, I'll go down and help you. When you're used to build websites, I used to have software that would build websites. So I was good at it because the software was good. And then they took it off the market. Adobe used to have another software, Dreamweaver, and some other software that was easy to learn. You didn't need no knowledge. It was better. It wasn't this drop and drag nonsense. You could literally move stuff to a screen, put it there, change size, do whatever. They took it off the market. And then they came out with Adobe Photoshop. It's sickening what they did. But anyhow, it made it easy for people to make websites, and it gave the coding, HTML coding for the website automatically built in. The thing didn't even cost no more than $25 20 years ago. They took it off the market. It's crazy. So anyhow, even with doing all that, I would build websites for people. I'd be like, oh, you don't know what a website is? You don't know how it works? You got a domain, right? Go to GoDaddy, get your domain name, because back then they were $1.99, $2.99, whatever. And then I'll build a website for you. Just tell me which template you want, because I built a few. So I said, here. People still wouldn't do anything, because now what happened is once you actually helped them, it was easy for them, so they didn't have any value for it. So that's how it turns out the wrong way. It's crazy, but that's how it works. So yes, it's very frustrating. And all you can do is I'll give the advice. All you can do is just help people out. That's all you can do. Bring the good karma. You can't lead them to the water all the time. You can just lead them to the water, but you can't make them drink. True, but even when you offer, yeah. Auntie Val, well, then there's a simple no excuse then. I wish I had known about a lot of this stuff years ago. I just started learning about all of this from SSN fam. Tiffany Young, it's not too late. That's the beauty of it. Don't even think that you're late to the party. You're in the top 10% in America. There is still 200 and some odd million people who don't even know nothing about any crypto, nothing about you can buy real estate with no credit check, no qualifying. They know nothing about any of this stuff we talk about, and they're not looking for it either. That's the difference. You are looking for it. And by you looking for it and finding SSN Nation, the SSN fam, you are benefiting almost instantly, because you were lucky enough to get in on the wave when it was $79,000, or I think it was 79, you said, or was it 72.9? Anyhow, you were good enough to get in the wave when it was in the 70s for a 1-bedroom. Well, as you know now, the new wave, the studio's 81 and the 1-bedroom's 89 on the other phase, or whatever this next 2-bedroom phase thing is. I still am unclear how I have 2 different brochures for the wave, but I'm only assuming one must have been phase 1 and the other one must be phase 2. But the point I'm trying to make is, because you pulled the trigger, you have appreciation already, and you have a little value because even though it was unclear to me where the wave was, I didn't realize it was next to the sports complex. I thought it was across the street, which is still a good location. But next to the sports complex, I like walking out of the parking lot and then around the corner, literally 50 yards in, I'm in the soccer field or the baseball field or the pool, whatever they decide to put on the other side. You're right there. So now, from a rental perspective, that one bedroom you got, if anybody's listening right now at the Wave, you almost can't even get a one bedroom at the Wave. I mean, a studio at the Wave now, unless that studio can sleep 4 people, but there's no reason. It's worth it just to pay the extra and get a one bedroom, bona fide one bedroom with the half bath and sofa sleeper in the living room. So then you can sleep 4, 2 couples or two kids and 2 mom and dad. So that is very powerful. So all I'm saying is she took a risk. She was going to back out, as I recall, because she didn't feel comfortable. That's the whole point. When people invest, you're not going to feel comfortable. It's a risk. Everything sugar can go to SHIT anytime. Either the people that I know just don't know about these things or they are holding info to themselves. I wish I had met you all sooner. Tiffany Young, don't worry about it. We still have more things to do. There are always investment opportunities that come up. And because we have so many people here at SSN Nation, we're going to find out about all these other opportunities. So the rule of the day is get your assets as well in 2021 that pay us, because you're going to need some bullets in your chamber. That duffel bag of cash, you're going to need it because other opportunities are going to come up. All right. Huge opportunities are going to come up because, like I said, at SSN Lifestyle, the Founders Club's members, we're going to have a little online meeting for an investment opportunity. And that investment opportunity the first one we're going to do will not return any profits. It's a few years play. It could be 1 year, 2 year, 5 years, but it's an investment, a small investment that people can do, crowdfunding type, people can get into, and Founders Club members get first choice. And then we go from there. As soon as we reach that goal of whatever we want, the first goal, there could be a higher number, but when we reach that first number, the other memberships, they won't get an option. They can't even get in. All right. So there's a certain number. And let's generally say this. If a company is new, the number is usually $25,000. That's not what an individual has to invest. But when we do the Founders Club altogether, $25,000. So I'll use a hypothetical. Let's just say we have 15 Founders Club members, which we do not yet. They're still open of spots. And what happens is out of all 15, it came up to $27,000. Well, guess what? Premier, Elite, Pro members, you're out. You don't get to invest because we reached that number. Now, if we didn't, and let's just say it was $5,000, well, then Premier is next up. Who's ever in the Premier membership, they get to invest. Then if we reach it, then it's over. If we don't, then it moves down to the next. Elite's up next. That's how it's going to work. Membership has its privileges, ladies and gentlemen. All right? So keep these in mind. So don't feel bad that you didn't find us sooner. The fact that you found us is a blessing in disguise because nothing stays the same. There's always going to have to be a change. Next year, we're going to have to invest in something different. So that's what we're doing. We're laying these foundations so you always have money coming in. Maybe it's not enough, but at least you're not going to go destitute is what I'm trying to say. So even if you have $1,000 coming in, you know you're not going to be homeless, right? If you have 2,000, right? You know you're not going to be homeless. That's all I'm trying to say. You'll be able to take care of yourself because the money coming in is an asset and it doesn't have nothing to do with a job. So even if your job stops giving you a paycheck, you still have money coming in and you don't have to worry about unemployment and all that either. So you're good. That's where you want to be, right? So that's all we're talking about here. Same here, sis. Exactly. Thank you, Auntie Val. and Tiffany Young, thank you so much. And they both have icons next to their name, so I appreciate your support. Facts, the barriers at Tiffany Young, exactly. That's all they are. Terry Jones, love barriers, more opportunity for diligent investors like SSN fam. Exactly, Terry Jones. That's the way I look at it. That's the way I started looking at it. I was like, you know what? Because all these guys don't actually want to do anything, that just leaves more opportunity for me. Even though after all these years, I still like you guys have met Will. Me and Will known each other for years. So Will calls me up and says, "Hey, you want to check out this apartment complex or hotel or whatever?" He knows for a fact I don't like that, because the reason why I don't like it, has nothing to do with the investment. What it has to do with is the time, energy, and effort that you're doing to research it. And then after you do all that, you have other factors involved where a person might not accept your offer. And that's where things come into. You spent like a week or 2 or 3 doing all this research, drawing out. You got to send out that LOIs. You got to send out a contract. You got to put up, get funding in order in case they say yes. And you do all this, and then you find out that they decided to do some other deal or whatever. And so it was always like, man, I could just do real estate deals anyhow. I don't need to go through all this. And yes, could be making, 20,000, 30,000 a month profits. Yes, I get that. But for me, it's hard to find because there's a lot of people looking for these same deals. So I'm competing with a whole bunch of other people. So remember, the syndicators are real now. The guys like Grant Cardone, he's a syndicator. He's real. He's taking people's money, $250,000 in some of his fundings. He's taking $5,000 to $10,000 if he does the OC funding, and then he has that $1 million, $2 million, $6 million, $7 million that now he goes and buys these, 300 unit apartment complexes or whatever, and you're competing with him, is what I'm saying, right? And he's competing with hedge funds and banks and other entities also. So that's what drives the prices up, and that is why you can't get all the good deals. They're just not there, but you have to keep looking. So I got to look through 10 deals, 15 deals, and I'm just sitting there like, man, I could have went to Timeshare Nation and bought something I like, actually not pay anything, and now I have revenues coming in. So why am I going to keep wasting my time? But he will still go try to find hotels and apartment complexes and all that. He likes doing that. I personally am like, let's move fast. Let's do it. So everybody has their own investment strategies and what they feel comfortable with. So then you found this now. It just means now's a good time. We still are going to learn more, right? We're still going to learn more, ladies and gentlemen. In any investments, you have to trust your gut. I trust stocks. My friend trusts BTC and has made over 200K. Exactly. Everybody has their own little deal. Chili Davis, yes, I guess if there were no barriers to making money, everyone would be doing it. Exactly, Tiffany Young. Tiffany Young, I'm going to give you another story. At one time, the United States government, there's such a thing called FHA loans. In fact, let me change for some more gear, right? I'm doing promotion tonight. Let's do some more gear change. All right, here we go. The white one for SSN Media. But back in the day, FHA loans used to carry over non-qualifying. So yes, you heard me right. If somebody had an FHA loan on their property, all you would have to do is tell them, I'll take over the payments on the property, and they would sign it over. There was no qualifying, no nothing. FHA would just approve it with the name, social security number, whatever. And now the mortgage is you're going to pay it. Even under that scenario, I told people how to buy real estate, which actually you didn't. Well, you would sometimes have to give people money down or something, but it was minimal because there was people in trouble. They would just be giving their property away because, remember, property values go down 7 to 10 years. There's some sort of recession. So people would be like, oh, man, I just don't want to lose the property because here, when they lost their job and can't pay for it, it's either foreclosure or I'll take 3 or 4 months worth of payments to get caught back up, and then a couple $1,000s, I'm out, because otherwise I was going to lose this anyhow. Even when I told people that you can literally take over payments, how many people out of about 10 to 15 people did it? One. Clear and simple. So there's no time, there's no rhyme or reason when this happens. All right? Truth. Learning how to invest in crypto, real estate, stocks, or other businesses are learned and experiential skill. Takes time, research, and practice. I've made over 1,000 a day in stock market. Exactly. Chili Davis. Exactly. That's what it is always about. And since it takes time, learning, practice, and risk, all the things people don't want to do, that's why they won't do it. And that's why we have SSN Nation. You can never make it too easy for people. I've helped people get 700 FICOs and they still will not build their business. Glenn Moore, welcome to the SSN Nation Money Making Monday live stream. And he said it exactly right. Thank you so much for that. Exactly. Again, you can lead them to the water, but they won't drink. Like he just said, a person will have a 750. You will tell a person, hey, you said you wanted to start a business, right? Yeah, you have a 750 credit score. Oh, you wanted to start your business. We can get you a business line of credit. You can get business funding using your personal credit score. Whoa, I don't know about all that. I'm like, wait, didn't you say you want to start a business? It's like Twilight Zone. It's like, what do you mean? What did you think you were going to have to do? That's what I don't get. I know you can only lead them, Glenn Moore. That's all I'm saying. Terry Jones, you're very early. Exactly, Tiffany. Exactly, Terry Jones. That's exactly right. We're all early for the crypto. Exactly. People think that if they pay thousands of dollars for something that is valuable, if somebody helps and they don't have to pay, then it's worthless. Exactly, Tiffany Young. And why is that? That's how we were brought up, ladies and gentlemen. How many of you know at an early age, somebody goes, when you're 16, 18, 20, and somebody's standing over at the corner and somebody will pipe up, you're talking, and they're like, yeah, that dude's, got a lot of money and he's wealthy. Oh, man, the only way that you can talk with these guys is go over and offer and take them out to lunch or dinner or some nonsense like that. I'm just like, man, see, this is how it all starts. Nonsense. That's not even a thing. All right. No, what you need to do is you need to take your butt over there and be like, hey, man, I understand you make a lot of money in real estate. I want to know how you do it. That's what you need to do. You don't need to be going over there going, hey, man, I need to learn about this real estate thing, but when can we meet to have dinner? What the frick? You better get over there and start asking questions. Better talk. That's how this works. And therein lies the situation, because just like what we're talking about right now, what you guys don't understand is the frustration by Auntie Val, Glenn Moore, myself, and others. You don't get it. When somebody comes up to me and says, hey, Eric, I understand you know a little bit about real estate. I want to talk to you about something. I don't sit there and go, oh, really? I don't sit there and go, oh, yeah, man, yeah, you got to take me out to lunch or dinner or something. So if somebody comes up and says that to me, I get a big smile on my face. I'm like, oh, my God, there's somebody actually cares about trying to do this? What do you need, son? What do you need? What do you want? Just let me know how you want to start. Where do you want to go? What are you trying to do? Let's talk. Let's sit down a second right here. I got some time. No problem. That's what generally happens, because these guys never get people that walk up to them and start going, hey, man, I want to talk to you about this business, what we got to do to make it happen. Most people are sitting there trying to get some free stuff out of them, like, oh, hey, I understand you have money. Can you invest in my project? And they're like, I don't know you. I don't even know what capabilities you have. What are you talking about? Yeah, I make money, but what's that got to do with you asking me? Because I make money, you want me to invest in your project? No, that's not what we should be talking about. You want to find out how you can make something happen. Just give me some secrets, some nuggets, some info. I'll take it from there. That's it. And they generally will tell you. That's how it works, ladies and gentlemen. That's how it works. You're taught at an early age that you got to pay for something to obtain it. in a capitalist society, from the time you're 3 years old, 4 years old, 5 years old, you have to tap dance in order to get something. Remember? Remember. Let me give you your allowance. But before you get that allowance, you got to go clean up the room, the living room, the kitchen, mow the lawn, whatever. So you're already taught, in order to get something you want, you're going to have to either pay one way or another. And so now you have these people out here, these gurus who are enforcing this, and then the gurus enforce it by having other people co-sign, even though they're fake half the time, saying, hey, I made this guy $1 million. And then the guy's on the other side of the screen going, that's right, we made $1 million without any proof whatsoever. Come on. And then people co-sign, oh, it's true. I'm like, it ain't true. In fact, I got to tell you guys a funny story. I'll give you a story in a second. Done at the moment. Exactly. I just got approved for a house out here in Vegas. Congratulations, Andy Ortiz. They were trying to swindle me, though. That's right. They listed the house as a 3-bedroom, when really it was a 2-bedroom with an office. So I backed out in the deal. Oh, yeah, you got to, man. You cannot get a 2-bedroom. No. 3-bedroom is what they do. Exactly. You have to do your due diligence. This is one of those lessons right here, ladies and gentlemen. This is going to happen right now and every day in real estate. They'll tell you, in fact, I'm surprised they didn't turn the office actually into a bedroom and put a bed in there. And then tell you it's a 3-bedroom. And then, well, for all of us real estate investors, I would have walked in the room, because you have to have a closet in the bedroom. There has to be a closet in the room in order to make it a bedroom. So automatically, when I saw no closet in the room, I'd be like, dudes, this is not a bedroom. And furthermore, since this is not a bedroom, that also means when you look at the county records, this is counting as a den or an office. So therefore, this is not a 3-bedroom. You would know this automatically. All right? Because people have tried this for eons, trying to claim this is another room. They'll build another room out back. Don't have it with the planning department, with the building department. Don't have the permit or nothing. But they'll build an additional room and then try to sell that as now we have a 4-bedroom house. People do this all the time. And then people pay it. And then when they try to resell it and somebody has an inspector come in, and somebody that does their due diligence with the title company, and they go, hey, this actually isn't a 4-bedroom. It's a 3-bedroom. They did an illegal add-on. The financing company all of a sudden says, we can't give you that $295,000. Well, and now you already put down money, and all kind of repercussions happen. It gets kind of crazy. Hell yeah, Eric. They're not asking the questions, so they're not getting no answers. Exactly. That's exactly right. And they're willing to put out money for this nonsense that people are taught. That's why the rich guys, they will talk to you. But the thing is, the rich guys, because people know who they are, they don't usually have people want to get information that helps them, and they'll go do the work. They usually get the questions like, hey, I have this deal here. Do you want to invest? That's what they get tired of. They're like, I don't know you. Oh, but you know the guy that sent me over knows you. It's like, I'm not going to invest in your project. Right? So, but they will talk to you about how to improve what you're doing, or how you might want to get in the same business they're in. They will talk about that. But that's where people get caught up. And paying people for information and all that, that is old as time. That's always been a thing. All right? But people still do it because everybody wants a shortcut. So if I tell somebody right now, I say, hey, you know what? I'm going to show you how to make $1 million in the Airbnb business. Buy my course. I'm selling it for $499. If I do that and set a course out, people will pay me $499. And a lot of people. And so next up, I got to start showing a big house, the fancy cars, and all this stuff. And then the next thing you know, people are like, oh, he's legitimate. Now, am I legitimate? You haven't even opened up the book. You haven't even verified anything I said. But because I showed you all this little fake stuff, you think, oh, yeah, I'm going to send the guy $4.99. Or in some cases, people send $2,000. It's ridiculous. And all the information is freely available on the internet. That's what's even scarier. But everybody wants a shortcut. They don't want to take the time to learn. They don't want to take the time. So they figure they're willing to pay these thousands of dollars for a shortcut and then find out, oh, but I still got to put in the work after I found out about the alleged shortcut and still won't do anything. Yeah, then they try to out a wardrobe in there to try and make it a bedroom. Come on, man. Exactly. We've all seen these tricks. If you've been in the real estate game long enough, this has been tried over and over and over. People will do crazy stuff. Crazy. Curtis Davis, Mr. Financial, Diesel Mike, crypto and stocks. Good start. Any asset. Exactly. All right, ladies and gentlemen, 2 hours, 36 minutes in. Please smash that like button. And if you like some of this gear, you can go get it at the StopStrugglingNow.com website. SSN merchandise. Limited supplies, ladies and gentlemen. And I still have on tap not been able to put together that Nobody's Coming to Save You and some other things I wanted to do with t-shirts because my t-shirt guys, they've been sick, ill. Plus, I'm in Cali. I've been doing some other stuff. I've been concentrating on SSN lifestyle because I need that to get up and operational because I've been talking about it for like a year. And it's been taking too long. Curtis Davis, thank you. I plan for B, moving to real estate in the next couple of years as I'm tired of making landlords wealthy. Diesel Mike, that's all right. Somebody's going to have to be a tenant and a landlord. I have no problem with either. I told you guys this before. There are certain things that happen in real estate. When you own real estate, I'm going to give my perspective again. You own a house. You live in the house. That is a liability. You own a house, which you should, if you can buy a house, and speaking of Andy Ortiz looking for a house, if you can buy a house under an FHA, that means you can buy a fourplex under an FHA. So why not use your first bullet to buy a multifamily property, have people pay your mortgage from the rent for 1 year, you have to commit to live there. After the year is over, you raise the rent, which the way inflation's going, that won't be a problem. You raise the rent a little bit, $100, $200, well, you can only do so much percentage-wise, but let's just say $50 to $75, whatever, $100. And now your property is grossing $300 more. That has increased the value. Plus, when you have the fourth tenant, now you have increased the value and you can go back and refi, get a lower rate. Now you have an asset, and now you use the asset from that money to pay where you live now for the rest of your life. That is what I would advise. All right. So anybody plan on getting a house, you can do the FHA thing, or you can do commercial property, but it's 25% down. 25% down for $400,000 or $500,000, $125,000. Most people that's out of reach, but that's still doable. All right. Now, here's the story. So, and my daughter's boyfriend may be watching, but it's all right. You guys don't know them. But we started talking a little bit about real estate. And so then he's like, oh yeah, I like my favorite guy punching bag, which ain't even a punching bag. Cause I mean, the Grant Cardone, once again, he says Grant Cardone. He's like, I like what he talks about with real estate. I said, but you've heard me talk about real estate for a long time. What's the deal? Oh, he buys those huge apartment complexes. They're nice. That's what I'm talking about. I said, whoa. I said, I see you've been drinking the Kool-Aid. I said, first of all, you do realize he's a syndicator, right? He's like, what? A syndicator? I was like, a syndicator. He's using your money. In other words, if you want to send in 5 grand, 10 grand, whatever, 200 grand, you're putting it in his fund. He's collecting all the money, and then he's using that money for the down payment to buy the apartment building, the commercial properties. He's a syndicator. But I said, that's not all. I said, first of all, while he's sitting on TV or on the YouTube telling people don't buy 3 plexes, 5 plexes, 15 plexes and all that, has anybody ever asked that dude what did he buy when he first started real estate? And he's going to tell you, yeah, I bought a 1-bed a house, single family residence. That's what he's going to tell you. So all this nonsense about don't do this, don't do that, when he did it himself, he didn't start with no 20 units, 40 units, 100 units. Come on. That's not how this works. Even though I won't even get into it about this guy. All right, he's got stories. Let's just put it that way. But the bottom line of real estate is he started out with a single family home, just like everybody else. He's a marketer. He's a salesman, and a damn good one. All right, he used to go around selling cars, speeches for cars and all that, getting a lot of money for that. And he turned it into what he is now. So don't believe that it was that simple. So I had to explain to him the process of what happened and how people are earning 5-7% on their money after they gave him $100,000, $200,000. I go, you want 7% on your money? Come on. You might as well just buy a dividend stock, buy an index fund. Why are you going to give him money? And it's not liquid at that point because you can't cash out for 7% a year. And then you're going to, what? When he sells the property 5 years from now, 8 years from now, 3 years from now, whenever, you could have already done a whole bunch of things by the time he sells this property that you're going to get your little bit of piece of money. So anyhow, let me get into the last thing about Mr. Cardone thing. Here's the other problem. He's a syndicator. So how dirty is, okay, I'm trying to be calm about this, but I have no choice. How dirty is this? If I told you guys, hey, you know what? We're going to invest in this company, aka apartment. And the apartment is $4.5 million. And then I gen up enough people of interest who's going to pay that 1.25. We get 1.25 million worth of funds. Wouldn't this be dirty if I went around and I actually bought the property at 3.5 million with my other company? And then the company that I had you guys invest in turns around and buys it for 4.5? Ain't that dirty? I call that dirty BS. Well, guess what? That's what he does. Okay, enough about the guy. Yeah, whatever. Come on now. Yeah, whatever. Get out of here with this. All right, this is SSN Nation, ladies and gentlemen. We actually help people. We ain't sitting around here trying to get your 5%, trying to tell you we're going to give you 5%, 3%, 10% on your money and not give it to you because there's a pandemic. Come on now. Yes, I almost fell for Cardone. Of course. The big house, the cars, the traveling, the he does the deals. He's a syndicator because people are sending him money in to do the deals, helping out. He's not financing none of this with his own money. He borrows money from the bank. He gets money from the people that's on the YouTube and other social media platforms that send him in the money. Nothing wrong with that either. But what is wrong with it is telling people don't invest in other stuff. Don't keep your money in a bank. Don't keep it in stocks. Don't buy a house or a 2-plex or a 3-plex to invest in yourself. Send me the money. That's where I have the problem. All right? Just get it straight. Thoughts on rent to own. Terry Jones, I like rent to own. I like rent to own, but I don't like rent to own. I like if you can get 2 years to 3 years, otherwise known as lease option. You need 2 to 3 years. Here's why. What's potentially going to happen right now in the next year? Let's say you enter into a rent to own, and let's just say you say the property's worth 400 grand and you're willing to pay somebody, I don't know, $1,500 a month for 2 years, right? Now, if the property value at the end of 2 years is not whatever that number was that was supposed to be, let's say 450. But instead we have a market crash where the property is only 350. You're not going to have time to recover at that point, and you're not going to overpay. So all your rent to own money is gone. So you try to get it out as long as you can, because that gives you a little more leverage, because the longer you hold property, generally it will go up. But you don't know when the crash is going to occur. That is the deal right there. So just so you know, that's what you have to be aware of. The devil in the details in real estate. Grant Cardone, New Jersey Morris, saying, "Trust me, when you can put in sweat equity." Exactly. Oh, Curtis Davis, Mr. Financial. Yeah, New Jersey Morris. I know who that clown is too. Yeah, the guy that says he invests in real estate but never buys real estate, except buys other people's stuff, and then tells people to send them money, and then tells them he's going to give them 5% on their money. 5%, really? Come on. And then he gets a fund, and then his fund never buys any real estate whatsoever. What the, man, come on. I like that name, New Jersey Morse. Yeah, I'll call it Tulsa Real Estate Fund. Unfortunate. Using ordinary citizens, all on the hoopla, rah, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. Everybody believes him. He laid the foundation. Well, he got the mills and did not buy one piece of real estate property in like 2 years. I don't get it. I thought that was the whole point of the fund. You know how that's going to go. Yes, Cardone was a car sales guy, and he did buy single family homes. Then he did a 3 and 4plex. Yeah, exactly. While he's telling everybody else, don't do it. I'm like, what do you mean don't do it? If they did what you did, then they could end up where you're at. But why don't you tell them you're doing syndication? Then they could do syndication too. Willie was on here, ladies and gentlemen. We did a live stream. We did 2 live streams. Search the channel. When hotel is one of them. I can't remember the second one we were talking about, if it was an apartment complex or another hotel. But the fact of the matter is, we talked about ways to get funding for $1 million properties. Willie gave up his secrets for free to the SSN Nation. You know how many people went out here and did anything about it, because you had to actually go do some work. But again, no credit, no qualifying, and still have somebody give you $1.25 million. That's because he's not giving you the money. The investor's not giving you the money. He's giving the project the money. The fact that the project has profit that's already been checked out, that can give them 12% annually on their money, and they're willing to give you the money for 2 years. It's the project. Because when you know the project is worth $6.5 million after you have it appraised, but you're buying it for $4.9 or $5 million, that's a winner. And so now you just have to find the investor. And as in Willie's case, no credit check, no qualifying, because it didn't come into play. The investors they put down the 25%. It took them years to cultivate this. Not a month, not a course. He literally went through all kinds of courses. And I kept telling him, what are you doing, man? Again, he's my friend. I gave him playbooks on things, but he did learn a few other little tricks along the way by hanging out with other real estate investors. But he was already there. He knew already what to do. But he kept going through these courses, and they all led to the same dead end. I said, the one thing the courses never tell you is how to get funding. So you figure out how to get funding. Now you can get any deal funded as long as it's really a deal. It's up to the investor to look at it and say, oh man, this makes $400,000 a year. He can easily give me back my 120, 125. So we have no issues. Hell yeah, we'll fund this thing. No problem. That's how it works. That is true, sir. The real estate gurus use big numbers like 3.5 million deal. It all boils down to how much can you profit, 20, 30% or keep. Everything he does, you can do, like raise money, buy property. Exactly. Exactly. That's all he does. He just has the platform, just like all the other guys, all the other gurus. They have the big platforms. So they have you guys buying courses, sending them money, and then they reinvest it. And then they claim that that's what they did themselves without your help. No, what I do with Airbnb without your help, that's what I do. That's the difference. So the day that I come to you and say, hey guys, I think we're going to buy this apartment complex over here, put in that, give me some of that money. We're going to need about $500,000. Yeah, notice I changed my voice because that'll never happen. If I'm going to buy some real estate, I'm going to give opportunities, just like what's going to happen SSN Lifestyle, for instance. I'm going to let people share in some things I'm doing, but if you guys don't want to invest in it, guess what? Bye-bye. Not meaning bye-bye SSN Lifestyle, meaning I'm leaving that program. I offered it to you. If you don't want to invest, so be it. It's still going down with or without you. Just like I always told my friends, it's going down with or without you. Nothing's going to stop. I'm just trying to help you because I don't want to keep making all the monies myself all the time. People say nobody does that. I say I do that. Come on now. Yeah, I almost fell for that capital BS too. Exactly, Andy Ortiz. His course is rehash of all the other stuff that is here for free, but he wraps in artificial sweeteners at high ticket prices. Exactly. Because people know, I'm going to go to 10X and pay 10,000 or 5,000 or 2,500 and sit in the upper deck. People are like brainwashed to believe I'm going to pay. Meanwhile, he has people come on stage and talk. Like, okay, are you going to show them how to do something or just talk? Just craziness, man. Don't let me get, I'm annoyed. Lots of love. The late night infomercial guys just moved to YouTube and Instagram. Exactly, Diesel Mike. That's exactly what happened. Lots of love. I'm going to need 500K. Exactly. That's how they do it, man. It's funny out here. It's real out here in the field, man. But people keep, look, these gurus, just like Diesel Mike just said, those infomercial guys, they're around the 80s, around in the 70s. You know who the real infomercial guy is? Think and Grow Rich. A lot of people don't realize it. He's the first 1930s Think and Grow Rich. Hill. He was actually the Tony Robbins. He's actually the guy who said, I went around and talked to all these rich people and I wrote it in a book. Here's the book. Somewhat like Rich Dad, Poor Dad. My rich dad said, my poor dad said, here's a book. I got something to sell you. Yeah, it's old as time, ladies and gentlemen. It doesn't go away because everybody has this inherent thing. There's 200 million people who are under economic distress in America. A few thousand people are going to say, my last $1,500 on a credit card, this will get me out of debt. This will change my life. And don't get me wrong. Because of somebody doing something, you will always succeed. But the vast majority of people that do these courses fail because the one thing is always needed. Always learning, always improving, and always working it. And most people won't do that. And that's why most people won't start their own business. Won't do investments. They don't want to learn about crypto, NFTs, or anything else. That's why. Get on or look on train will go with or without you. That's it exactly. That's it. I keep saying all year long, 2021 has been year of SSN Nation gassing up at the train station, telling everybody what we're putting in the back in each car. We're sitting there saying real estate in the first car, crypto, stocks. We're loading it up, ladies and gentlemen. We're telling you how to do it, what to buy, where to buy, how to do it, where the websites are, where to go get this stuff. I mean, there's nothing more we can do at this point. And then when things go, sugar goes to SHIT, we're going to have to wrap it up and go, well, We're diversified enough. That's right. Go dump in some gold and silver back there too, ladies and gentlemen. Do we have them assets back there that's bringing us revenue? Yep, got that too. What else we got coming up? What are we looking at next, ladies and gentlemen? That's the next question, right? Because next year, things are going to be totally different. Some other opportunities will present themselves. But in the meantime, we're not going to fall and fail entirely, regardless of what happens economically. And in fact, if nothing happens economically, then guess what? Them assets that we have in the back of the train, they're going to blow up even larger. Beautiful thing. You're in position to win. Napoleon Hill, that's that guy. The first guru. The first guy. You guys should see some of his footage when he's talking about it. It sounds just like the gurus of today. I talked to all these rich dudes, and when I went around, I came out, and that's why I wrote this book. I hung out with them. I lived with them. You know, we ate dinner together. You guys should see some of them videos. He's on video. You'd be laughing because you would see where all this stuff that you see today literally came from. Napoleon Hill and his Think and Grow Rich. And how many people have eaten off of that, because there's other people who claim they're disciples of that, like a Bob Proctor, and he goes out there and does his speeches and stuff and has his books and seminars and webinars to sell off of that. There's other people too. So this is like why it's kind of funny. Tiffany Young, I was literally laughing out loud when you changed your voice. Oh man, the books and the guru lineage. Exactly, because it's information. It's easier for people to pick up a book than to go walk outside and go hand-to-hand combat, door-to-door, and say, hey, will you read this book? Anything that causes somebody to go out their comfort zone, that blocks them for some reason. 99% of the people. 1% will say, no block. I'll do it because I want to improve my life and I know I got to put in a little work this way. So that's why we have the dynamics that we have in America. This is also why people who come from countries such as the southern border is always a big topic, right? People walk thousands of miles from Nicaragua, Ecuador, Venezuela, Mexico, all these places. They literally are in the streets starving. They come across the border in America and they're just like, wait, you mean these guys are going to pay me like $10? Wait, where I come from, $10 is like a month's wage. I'll take the $10 an hour and they're going to work. It's all perspective. And there's also the reason why immigrants are able to move faster, because they're willing to work harder because of where they came from. In America, we're spoiled. They're willing to sit there and go, wait a minute, you mean I can do anything I want? There's nobody stopping me? And so they're thinking a whole different thing. They're not even looking for somebody to help them. They're not looking for some course. They're just like, where's the tools necessary for me to do what I want to do? And that's how they're doing it. And then they work as a group and saying, hey, wait a minute, let's go over here. Let's go there. Let's help other people. Because different nationalities from different countries, they operate differently. In America, we're taught to be the best. You have to beat the other person. Not taught to work together like the top 10 percenters. We're taught to work against each other, try to outdo each other instead of work together for the most part. So that's the whole point. Oh, yeah, after him was Jim Rohn. Yeah, exactly. Exactly, same thing. I got speeches, I got books, I got materials to sell you. And of course, just like here at SSN Nation, we've talked about a lot of things, and we have people here who are successful because they listened. But that doesn't mean that it was because of what I did. It's because we were given information and they actually went out and did it. So the fact that the gurus give me books, I read them, and then by some way I use part of that information, I become successful. And then I go back and say, hey, this helped me out. Then the gurus take it a whole nother level. They're like, this was one of my students. He's worth millions of dollars. But the student listened to you, listened to 5 other people, and put together his own formula that made him feel comfortable to succeed. See, that's how it works. You can't just learn one thing. You have to round yourself and learn many things because lots of different opportunities and different things come up. All right, but Jim Rome is it. Lots of wickedness going on in this self-help space. Oh, don't even talk about Locke. Come on now, Sifu, and many more feed off people hopes and dreams, and they end up deeply in debt. Sad. Yeah, I won't even, man, come on. 3 hours in, please smash the like button. And if you like what we're talking about, we're on a different topic tonight, a little bit different. Please subscribe to the channel and click the all notification bell. Hell, I might as well get in on the freaking Locke Sifu nonsense as well. This dude, he's worst of the worst. He's selling garbage. Stuff you can get on the internet. He's not even selling anything. You go into his class. He tells you, I can make you $1 million earner, blah, 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 whatever. You know what ends up happening? He got you in like this little cult scenario. He starts telling you, oh, you sell my $5,000, $10,000, $20,000 course. That's how you make money. They're like, well, wait, what about this real estate? What about this other stuff that you said you were going to teach us? No, that's not it. If you want to know about that and work one-on-one, you got to pay an additional $15,000. That's an upgraded course level. But if you want to sell my high-ticket item closing nonsense, you can make some commission from that. So he's actually getting students to sell his product that's garbage, regurgitated nonsense, only to upsell them into some more garbage. And people are doing it. Going broke doing it. There's stuff on YouTube about this. It's incredible. I can't believe a lot of people are out here with 5, 10,000, 15,000, 20,000, and they're giving them to these guys for books and courses and all this. And I'm like, why didn't you just buy yourself some real estate and make some money? I don't understand. What are you doing? Most time, people need to realize crypto and investing in real estate is life-changing. Moment, time, dedication, research, even stocks. Exactly. It's ongoing research. Ongoing. Right. There is no jobs or economy nor infrastructure in some other country. Exactly, Curtis Davis. You're doing an honorable service giving the real to people. Appreciate you for real. Thank you so much, Terry Jones. It's been real in the field out here. Why do you think YouTube is suppressing this stuff? Because I'm not out here trying to scam people and take people's money for a course or something they can get for free. We're not trying to do any of that nonsense. We're actually showing people, having guests on who actually are saying, this is what we're doing, this is how much it costs, this is what we're happening, this is how it's doing. Just like when we had the sax man on. He comes on talking about grow products for weed. In Oklahoma, I believe it was. We never talk about that because I've never done it. In fact, I never even really knew by that invested in that. I knew somebody who wanted to set up dispensaries and things like that in California, but this is the first I've actually talked to somebody that's actually invested in one of these grow companies. That was eye-opening. But again, you know who to call. We gave names, numbers, what to do if you're interested. It's not like it was hidden. It's all kind of different opportunities. But I appreciate that, Terry Jones, Tiffany Young, the catchphrase and how they get you is when they say, if you're serious about making money, then you'll spend the money to invest in yourself. Exactly. That's exactly right. That's exactly right. That's what it is. Except they want you to spend money investing in yourself, giving it to them. The alleged millionaire, the alleged guy that makes all this money from everything but selling books or selling courses, right? They always go, oh, I make money from real estate. Oh, I make money from whatever, stocks, or what's the guy's day trading now was a hot thing. And they make none of their money from any of that. They make the money from the courses and the webinars and seminars that they sell you. And then they use that money to then go buy this real estate and then act like it all came from them doing it. I'm just like, man, this is craziness. Craziness. They feed off people being desperate. Exactly, Tiffany Young. That's how it works. Because 200 million Americans Never mind the rest of the world. 200 million Americans are desperate. That is exactly what they do. FOMO. Exactly. Fear of missing out. Exactly. Sad in third world country, they beat women, and then the police and politicians are more corrupt or blatant, exercise power. Exactly, Curtis Davis. Where do you think you live? I'm like, where you again, ladies and gentlemen, America is third world country. Oh, everything you just described, this is what's in America. Our law system is corrupt. Police are corrupt. The government's corrupt. You get special loans in banking depending on what economic tier you're in. You get to live in certain neighborhoods depending on what economic tier you're in. You guys, this is not, we're not like any better than a third world country. And by the way, in case anybody's went to a grocery store lately, just like a third world country, there are shelves empty, just like a third world country. And just like a third world country, they shrinking the packaging, charging you more for less than what's in the package, shrinking it just like a third world country. Your government is paid by the oligarchs, all right? Our oligarchs, the billionaires and millionaires, they get to make laws based on their donations, get the senators and Congress and the Senate to pass laws that's in their best interest. This is a third world country. What the frick? The only reason, look, let's get this straight. The only reason we're not third world country is because we have world currency. Any other country that would be we wouldn't even be able to get to 39 trillion in debt. But any other country, or 29 trillion, sorry, if any other country that would be 29 trillion in debt, you would have your dollars 50 to 1 or something, 100 to 1. All right? Let's get real. That's the only reason. Because we can print money. So can other countries, but we can print money and everybody has to exchange their money for the dollar. Not everybody, but most of the countries exchanging the dollar. So we're always moving the dollar around. So that's why they don't care about the debt. Okay? The USA debt, because the longer it runs out, the cheaper it gets due to inflation. 29 trillion 20 years ago is a huge mountain. 29 trillion in 2021. What's 29 trillion going to be worth in 2050? The equivalent of about $2 trillion. You see what I'm saying? So you'll be able to pay it in 2050 money. So it's no big deal. That's why they don't care. Except one problem. The middle class, the lower class is moving into poverty because we're not going to be able to afford anything. All right? People are just lazy to learn. That's correct. Can have all the money in the world, but won't take the time to study and research. Exactly. And that's why lottery winners generally lose their money. That's why sports stars who generally come from lower income families or lower economic scale, they're not taught any money, financial literacy. And so therefore they squander millions of dollars because, everybody says, hey, get this restaurant. Okay, restaurants are high risk. 9 out of 10 is going to be out of business. Oh, go get this car wash. Why? It's cash. Who cares? Why isn't it the first order of business? Go get that 20-unit apartment complex. Why isn't that the first order of business? I mean, Jesus. These guys have $1 million signing bonuses or more as a rookie. And these guys are out here buying houses that they live in, which are liabilities. They go and buy a $2 million house, go buy a $150,000 car or cars, all liabilities. So their first rookie contract is gone on a house and cars and clothes. Instead of somebody saying, hey, man, please put down $500,000 and get yourself a 3-plex, 10-plex, whatever, and collect your rent every month. And use that money to buy the freaking $2 million house. You're set. Call it a day. But no. And the same rules apply across the board for everybody. I've learned a lot more things here and how to do it than all the gurus have been spinning in their infomercial. That's it, Wilson Koo. That's how we do it, because it's real out here in the field. Government is owned by BlackRock. One Wish 22. Welcome to the SSN Nation Money Making Monday live stream. BlackRock. Yeah, BlackRock. I won't even get into that. But thank you for bringing that up, because, yes, BlackRock is involved with the government, and not only involved with the government, they're doing black ops with our government. Speaking of third world country, black ops. And they're also collecting money from the government for doing the black ops and doing security in the rest of the world that United States citizens don't know about. Okay, I won't get into it about them guys, because those guys are treacherous. Oh, yeah. Did we mention Congressman owns stock in Pfizer vaccine and also changes laws? A bit of it, Big Pharma. Talk about unethical. Exactly, Terry Jones. Third world country we are. It looks like corruption to me. Exactly. How do you have board members on the Federal Reserve being able to buy and sell stocks when they're bailing out companies and giving companies, buying the companies' debts and giving them loans? But yet you're able to buy their stock? Are you serious? Come on, man. This is insanity. Terry J., there were a few of them that did that and was selling off stocks before they changed the rules that affect the companies. Exactly, Wilson Koo. Hey, they're always doing backdoor stuff. Buying jewelry and cars. That's it, Tiffany Young. That's the superstars of the sports world. Terry, that's it. Congressmen are getting away with stock gains. Exactly. Exactly. These guys in Georgia, I can't remember the girl, the woman and the man, the Georgia senators who went in on the January, 6th or 10th of last year into the meeting about COVID. They come out of the meeting and they sell their hotel airline stocks, along with Dianne Feinstein. They come out of the meeting and like, oh, hey, sell my hotel. And they found out about COVID, how bad it was. And they're selling their travel stocks. Nothing happens. Yeah, so don't get me started on this third world stuff. Financial literacy before success is vital. They don't teach this in low-income upbringing. Exactly. They don't teach it at all. Here's what happens. You know them schools called the Ivy Leagues? That's why most minorities aren't able to go there unless they have some sort of high grades or special entrance. And that's because those are the breeding grounds. Who do you think works at Goldman Sachs? Who do you think works in the SEC? Who do you think works at the law firms? They're all buddies. That's the whole point. So that's why when you get minorities going to these Ivy League schools, as an example, now you have the people like an Obama, for instance, that can go through, come out the other side because he knows these people. This is why you have these other politicians and their children that go to these, because you have networking. You think they're going to send them to a regular old private college? Come on. You won't be getting to the Goldman Sachses of the world this way. You won't be in that upper echelon where, like the Winklevoss brothers, right? Come on. This is crazy. You guys don't. Hey, look, let's just put it this way. I might as well just keep going since we have suppression anyhow. Let's just put it plain and simple. There is an economic difference in America, and the reason there is also because of education. All right? You're not going to have millionaires' kids, and I mean as a group, going to a public school. No, they're going to create their own private school and charge $25,000 a year. You know why? Because we're going to be able to send the ambassador's kid from India there, the ambassador's kids from Saudi Arabia there, the congressman's kids there. And they're all going to know each other. So then when they are 20, 21, 22, they're picking up the phone and calling international, and their international friends are going, hey, what do you think about this investment? I know your parents have $500,000, or you from your trust fund. Maybe you want to get in on this. Come on, man. Wake up, ladies and gentlemen. For other people, they get a little heads up, head start. The rest of us, the 200, 250 million others, we have to do it the old-fashioned way. Earn it. All right? Don't try and skip the process. do the process, figure out what it is, so then nobody can take it away from you. That's all there is to it. All right. Hello. Leah Dennis is in the house after 3 hours, 14 minutes. Thank you so much for being here with the icon next to your name. Welcome to the SSN Nation Monday night money making Monday live stream. And we're into the socioeconomics of it all right now. We started with a whole bunch of other things. Wonderland, time, giving, that's a crypto. Wonderland is time is the name of the crypto that gets 54,000% year over year APY. Just came out. It's a risk. We talked about it earlier. We also talked about Olympus, DAO, otherwise known as OHM, giving 7,300% APY. We talked about a bunch of other things, and you can get your free $10 of crypto down below. Get your free stocks from Robinhood and Webull. The free $10 of BTC is at Coinbase. The link's down below. Plus other links I had to add. All right. With the icon, Leah Dennis, thank you so much. All right. Tiffany Young, please watch the replay. A lot of gems dropped early on, too. Exactly. It's getting wild. Education is China and other Asian countries well above U.S. That's right. Terry Jones, that's exactly right. This is how we get to 2021 and the mental state of everybody, because in the late 70s, that's when they said, you know what? We don't want to be ranked in the top 5, because after we took ourselves off of the gold standard, it's going to be rough waters. We can't have people being smart. So what we're going to do is we're going to have to stop. We're going to have to, defund education. We're going to have to merge schools together. We're going to have to increase a little more turmoil, so people are going to be paying, and let us entertain you with TV. Have these shows on that teach you nothing. Come on. And in fact, we got this PlayStation and Nintendo and all this stuff for you. Just go play that. You don't need to be learning about no mathematics or finances or stocks, or make sure you have your ABCs and know how to write, know how to comprehend anything. No, we got that handled for you. Just go play these games. Last 40 years, games. Jesus. Uh-oh. Diesel Mike. Diesel Mike. Jared Kushner as well. Look at his father. Exactly. Another shiesty MFer. He took people's money, goes to jail, passes it to his friend, his son, family. They jack people. They rent apartments. They're slum landlords. Won't even fix apartments, running water. I mean, come on, man. And these guys are worth billions. And they treat people like garbage. It's insanity. In fact, Kushner's father, I can't really remember what he exactly did, but I think he did like a hedge fund or something like that. And he got in trouble. He went to jail. But of course, the millions and millions of dollars, still in hand. Okay. I don't even want to get into this Kushner thing, because this is so sickening. The dude goes around the world as being in the White House. He has this property in New York that they need $1 billion funding. He threatens Qatar that we're going to go do some blockades or whatever if they don't give the $1 billion to bail them out, because they weren't going to be able to pay that loan. They were going to lose the property. Jesus Christ. Did you say third world country, Mr. Financial? Kushner's involved with this third world country nonsense. Come on now. Everything is to distract. Exactly, Tiffany Young. Thanks, Tiffany 100. That's right. Leah Dennis, welcome back to the party. Terry, the internet education are far beyond on purpose. Manipulation of American people. Exactly. Let's just face facts. What was always said long ago in the 1800s and 1900s, this is what they believed. They would say, write it down in a book. because they're not going to read it anyhow. And it holds true to this day. People will buy courses, but will not go down to the library and go get the actual book that they're stealing the information from. That's free. It's incredible. The books are free, and what's worse, they're actually online now. Some are for free. Kindle, free. Business books, free. But people are giving their money to gurus thinking they're teaching them something new when they're not. No. What's new is, I'll give you what's new. What's new was when I went on here and got upset because the Airbnb guy was telling people to go buy or go lease apartments, which means you got to sublease, and apartment buildings usually won't let you do that. But okay, they were telling them go sublease, go rent and sublease, go lease and sublease, and not even HOAs or lease condos. HOAs oftentimes won't even let you do Airbnb, but they're telling people all this nonsense. Oh, and by the way, you're going to pay for a course. I come on here and I tell people, this is what I do. Show you Timeshare Nation, show you timeshares, show you 1099s. And then people go to those guru dudes and say, hey, man, this dude said that I can do timeshares. The guru guys go, oh, no. You can't do timeshares. What's he talking about? You can't do that. I'm like, really? People looking at this stuff. And I show receipts from 2014, 2015, 2017, and how much I made in a 1099. And then people really are going to go ask these clowns. And by the way, one of the clowns on Grant Cardone was promoting, who was lying. Let's just put it this way, man. You guys got me all upset tonight, bringing up all these clowns. This clown, I can't remember. He had a book that he was selling on Cardone's little stupid show, and he was going, yeah, do all this stuff I just mentioned about lease and all that. And then Cardone was going like, hey, man, I own apartment buildings. I wouldn't let you do that. So I'm gonna rent you my apartment and then let you lease it. He's like, have you lost your mind? In our agreements we have, you can't do no Airbnb, just like all apartments do, damn it. So here we have this clown selling a book on his show, and even Cardone is skeptical. He's like, wait, whoa, I own apartment building. We don't allow that. But this clown is telling people to do that. So then this clown gets a call apparently after I do my thing, and he actually makes a video going, oh, yeah, I guess you could do timeshares. Yeah, on Airbnb, after initially saying, no, you can't do it. And these clowns come back to me going, oh, he said you can't do it. I was like, whatever. It's real in the field. You can believe whatever you want. Regardless of what you believe, I'm still doing what I do. All right, so whatever. I give you the information. It's up to you to carry it forth, not up to me. But instead, you go talk to these clowns like they're the ones telling you the right information after they're selling product. Come on, man. Don't get me started today, ladies and gentlemen. That's it. Then they were taking people to the landlord-tenant court and had judgments put on these people that cannot afford it, wanted to get them out of the property. They are awful people. Exactly, Tiffany Young. You know what I'm talking about. Hey, there's a guy here in the SSN Nation, even after I told him about how I was doing the timeshare thing and how that all worked out, he went and listened to this guy that told him to go to downtown LA. So people that live in LA, I know what I'm referring to. They built these new luxury apartments in downtown LA. They're $3,000, I believe, monthly, something like that. It was $2,700 to $3,200, depending on size or something. The guy actually went down and got a lease, 3 of them. He signed for 3 of these apartments somehow. 6 months later, not only was he having a problem with the Airbnbs and people renting it out and things like that at a high clip, all of a sudden the luxury apartments knew about this Airbnb, VRBO stuff. They banned it. Now he has a year lease having to pay like 10 G's a month. or default and whatever happens with that repercussion. Insanity. Meanwhile, I'm like, why would you do that? I gave you a playbook for zero money out of pocket. None. Get your 1 year of free use. So in essence, you have a year, you make your money, pay back the next year, and you're ahead. I was like, I gave you a simple playbook, but instead you want to go in debt? I'm like, that makes no sense. All because these other dudes were saying, oh no, I don't think that'll work. I don't know. No, you can't do that. I'm like, I've been doing it. They called me in 2012. I didn't call them. How do I have to explain this? They called me in 2012 and said, hey, you have these properties. Yes, I do timeshares. I do this. I do that. Yes, we'll put it on our platform. Okay. When they first started, they called me. Jeez. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. I get a little livid when I'm listening to all this nonsense out here. Terry, the internet education far beyond. All right. Then they were taking people to landlord tenant. Exactly. All right, ladies and gentlemen, 3 hours and 25 minutes. You got me a little heated because we get on this political. We start talking about these gurus. We start talking about all this Think and Grow Rich, Napoleon Hill, the original guru that has a book to sell, and people soak it up even till this day. Did anybody ever wonder if he really talked to these people? I'm like, come on, man. This is crazy. It's crazy. Nobody is even verifying this information. They just take it like, oh, yeah, okay, I believe it. And so I believe everything he says in the book, just like Rich Dad, Poor Dad. I'm like, okay, point out this rich dad. Point him out. Bring him on stage. I want to see this dude. I'm like, come on, man. Stop playing with me like this. All right. Because as far as I know, all you guys are doing the same thing. You told me you talked to these rich dudes, and then you're selling me a book. That's all I know. You're not bringing them up here on stage verifying this stuff. Come on now. And then you tell me after you make your millions from these book sales and seminars and webinars, then you tell me go buy gold and silver, buy crypto, buy real estate. Yeah, but you weren't telling me to buy real estate at the beginning. You were telling me buy some book. Why didn't you tell me this from the get-go? Come on, man. Let me stop. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm having a little fun tonight. So you know what this means. I got to bring up the last one. F average, be legendary. That's right. All these are on the StopStrugglingNow.com website, ladies and gentlemen. SSN merchandise. All right. So now we have the F average, be legendary. One of those other things that you can do. Anybody, you guys, trust me, this is the motivational part. Anybody can do anything. You don't have to listen to me. You don't have to listen to anybody. What you're going to have to do is believe in yourself for whatever you want to do and whatever you like to do. That's all you have to do. And then there's going to be obstacles. It may take a few years, not one, not two, maybe three, maybe four. All right? Because let's just face facts. I've been on YouTube for 3 years. YouTube has never shown any love for any of my videos except for maybe 5 or 6 videos over the out of 600 plus videos and live streams combined. There's over 600 videos are out here. My videos still don't get thousands and thousands of views on YouTube. Still to this day. All right. So that tells you right there. If you go by a metrics and worry about other people's count and what other people's assessment of what you're doing is, and you worry about the obstacles, that means you will stop because you'll say, hey, I can't do this anymore because this obstacle, I just can't get past this barrier. So I should just stop. Well, see, that's the difference between an entrepreneur, a business person, a person that's an opportunist, a person that's an investor. They just don't stop. They're not going to give up that easily because things don't look quite right. We're still going to do a little more research and figure out why things aren't working right. That's all. And then because we have other assets, ways of making money that has nothing to do with this platform, we still are like, put up the middle finger. It doesn't matter. So we're still going to make other people rich and famous. That's how we're going to do it. We're still going to make you make money, at least have the information to load yourself. So thank you once again for the gems tonight, ladies and gentlemen. It's 3 hours and 30 minutes, a new record for the SSN Nation Money Making Monday live stream. And I want to thank everybody for being here. But please smash the like button. If you like what we're talking about, please subscribe to the channel. And I want to thank Esteban Opio for becoming a new member of the channel tonight. Welcome to the SSN Nation family. SSN University, SSN Academy has been in full effect tonight, ladies and gentlemen. If you don't think that it was well-rounded this evening, then wait till the next live stream, because we didn't even really get into that pre-construction condos, which I might as well get into right now. Might as well get into that too. There's pre-construction condos, no credit check, no qualifying, all over the world, even in downtown Miami. If you have $60,000, you can get a $300,000 condo in downtown Miami right now on the water. On the little riverway is what I'm calling on the water. All right? That's available to you. But that's a studio. But you want a one bedroom, 400 and some thousand, so you're going to have to put down, some more money. I'm sorry, about 80. But either way, it's doable. Then you can go to Mexico, Philippines, Asia, Singapore. That's cool. You can go, you can go to Punta Cana or Dominican Republic area, not just Punta Cana, anywhere in Dominican Republic. There's a member of SSN Nation that bought in Santo Domingo. This guy got a lucky condo in Santo Domingo. It was already built. I think it was around 80,000, 82. He literally can see from his apartment, this area, it's 2 blocks from the beach. But from his apartment, he can see the beach. It's in this lagoon party area in Santo Domingo. 80-some thousand. He found somebody that was distressed, an older guy. And he was just tired and said, I don't even really want to put it up for sale really that much. And I'll just sell it for this. And he got it 2 blocks away. Unbelievable. So if you're looking for opportunity, it can happen. So all I'm trying to say is we talk about no credit check, no qualifying for a lot of things. There's ways you can do it in real estate. You don't need a course for it. All you have to do is look at the Willie Red Hotel video, another video when I talk about the real estate course on a live stream. And we've been talking about real estate in Punta Cana and around the world for the last year, just off of pre-construction where there's no credit check, no qualifying. And sadly, in about T-minus 60 to 75 days, the prices are going to explode in the DR, in Mexico, because it's going to be tourism season. You're not going to have the luxury of only a few thousand people going to the island, finding out about, hey, there's some real estate over here for sale. All you need is 10% or 15% down. You're not going to have that luxury anymore. You're going to be in the full effects of millions of people on the island. And now all it takes is a couple thousand to say, I'm going to buy something all at the same time. And now prices skyrocket. And they're already skyrocketing. So you're getting left behind potentially. Don't let yourself get caught. If you have extra streams of income and extra money, please consider getting your pre-construction. You're locking in the price now. You're paying 0% over 20 months, 24 months, or 36 months because they're going to deliver the unit. It's going to be finished maybe in 18 months, maybe in 24, maybe in 30 or 36. But during that time, you're putting your skin in the game. You're putting in the down payment monthly in the game. And then since you put down more than 30%, oftentimes now it's 30 to 40 or 50% down. Long as you're over 25, you're good. But you're going to put in more than that. And your property value is going to be worth more. So in other words, to make this simple for people, a $100,000 property, you put down $1,000 to reserve, but the 10% down means the 1,000 is already down, so you owe another 9,000 to make it 10,000 for your 10% down. Then During construction for the next 30 months, 30% of 100 is 30,000. So that means I'm going to owe $1,000 per month, 0% interest over the next 30 months. At the end of the 30 months, we've put down 40%, but we owe $60,000. Okay? Here's the thing. That $100,000 unit we bought, the value is now $125,000. It appreciated. We owe 50% loan to value or less. You go to the bank and say, hey, I need 50% loan to value. I own $60,000 for this. They'll say, oh, no problem. We hope you default. 60% equity, we'll take that. We hope you default on the 60 because we'll take back the property and it's worth 120. Easy deal for us. So you have no worries. Simple. We're giving people the automatic playbook. I don't understand what the problem is, but hey, there is over 30 SSN Nation members that have bought on the island of Dominican Republic for pre-construction. 26 or 27 inside Vista Cana alone. That's how popular that resort is. That's crazy. So it's pretty awesome. We're giving you the playbook. We're giving you the keys. We're giving you the real estate attorney to handle, Johan Confidante. We're giving you the realtors that you can get in contact with. One is aggressive. That's Mr. Estacio. One is laid back, Andrea Rodriguez. So to pick your style, whichever one, by aggressive, what I mean is he will come at you. You say, hey, I want a 2-bedroom for around 150. He'll be like, here's a 2-bedroom here in Vista Cana. Here's another one at Vista Cana. Here's one at downtown. Here's one at, he's aggressive like that. Andrea is more like, okay, you said you wanted 150, but, if you want me to direct you to what you really want to do with, you want amenities, what do you want? Then she'll say, oh, then you might want to do this 1 or 2 over here at Vista Cana. She's not like aggressive as in she's going to tell you 5 or 6 places. If Mr. Estacio will come with you. As soon as you tell him somewhat what you want, he'll be aggressive. Hey, if you want this, send in the 1,000 because it's usually 1,000 to reserve. So that's the 2 little dichotomies, but both are excellent. All right. So that's all there is to it. Everyone who has done MLM would have heard or read Napoleon Hill and Robert Kiyosaki and The Richest Man in Babylon. That's true, Wilson Koo. That's it. Those books, look, I have nothing against any of the books themselves, but the books aren't even verifiable information. They're using information saying this person said, that person said, and then they do the principles of why things should work good, but they're selling a book. That is the first and foremost option for them. That's what they're doing. They're not even doing what they're saying the people in the book are saying to do. They're selling you a book. Then after they get the money, then they go out there and get all the cars, the houses, and all this stuff. They didn't come with it first. That's all I'm trying to say. So there's nothing wrong with none of the books, quite frankly. Cerebral of Thoughts. Freedom has cost too much blood and agony to be relinquished at the cheap price of rhetoric. Cerebral of Thoughts. Cheap price of rhetoric. I like how he says that with the Malcolm X look. All right, man, I hear you. I like that. So that's why we always need a little facts, right? Verifiable. IBE. I'll watch the replay. Welcome to the SSN Nation Money Making Monday live stream. Thank you so much for being here. And Cerebral of Thoughts, welcome to the SSN Nation Money Making Monday live stream. I'm glad you're in the house tonight as well. So glad to see you. Vietnam has started condos for sale to tourists. Exactly, Wilson Koo. Exactly. Cheap as hell, too. And that's why a lot of American citizens live over there. Because not only is it cheap as hell, yes, it's third world-like, but it's cheap as hell. There's that. And it's another reason too, unfortunately, but I won't get into that. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So 3 hours, 39 minutes in. We still have people on the live stream. This is a record for the Monday. So I just want to say thank you so much for being here. Please smash the like button. Please, if you like what we're talking about, subscribe to the channel. Click the all notification bell. And then go down below in the description. If you haven't gotten your free $10 of Bitcoin from Coinbase, please use the link. If you haven't got your free stocks from Robinhood and Webull, please down below and below the video in the description, get your free links from Robinhood and Webull. I mean, free stocks. Now, let me go with something else. Let me see what else. Oh, I added from the get-go, since I've been changing hats this evening, talking about gear, I did start. I put in, oh, maybe I didn't. I thought I put in the Printify. I guess I didn't. I thought I did. Looks like I didn't. I'm going to have to add it then. In the chat room, I did earlier, so it's not going to show up right now. But I'm just going to do it again. I'm going to have to add the Printify. I could have sworn I did this. This is weird. I'll put it in the chat room. I'm not going to put it in the description. I'm going to put it in the description afterwards. Here is how you can start your own clothing at no cost. Teespring and Printify. You do the designs. You upload the designs. You sell the shirts on their website, which is going to be your website in reality because it only sells your product. You send people there via the link, and voila, you get orders. It's going to take a little work because nobody's heard of the product, but that's how you can start your own for zero money out of pocket. All right, so there goes it twice. I've given that to you. I'm also going to, I did put it in under the description. It's in there down below as well. Let's see. Unstoppable Domains, where you can get your own .crypto, and since it's on its own blockchain, that's like its own ISP. Nobody can take it down. So you can put videos up there. You can put a website on it. .crypto, .zil, all that. It's only a one-time fee, $20, $40 or more, depending on if it's .bitcoin, .x, .nft, and all that. But nonetheless, nobody can take it away from you. They can't block you. It's a one-time fee, no annual fee like a .com. No, it's all you. And people can send you crypto to your .crypto, .nft, whatever, which is a game changer. This is happening, ladies and gentlemen. You're going to be your own bank. This is why the bank governments are starting to say, hold on, because we need your money. You don't need your money. You need to put your money in our bank so we can use your money to make us billions. We don't want you to use your money to make you billions. Come on now. They don't want that. Come on. So put yourself as a bank. Celsius Network, Nexo, that is crypto. If you hodl crypto, leave it at Celsius or Nexo for now because you can earn interest daily on your crypto. And you can borrow against your crypto since it's an asset. Then you don't have to sell your crypto. You just borrow against your crypto, pay interest only. That's it. And then you use that money to invest in other projects. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. Hopefully that helps you. In fact, you know what's funny? Some people may be having money at Celsius right now. You can take out up to 25% of your holdings. You get a 1% interest loan. You take that 25% of your holdings and put half of it into Olympus DAO, otherwise known as OHM. The other half you could put into this new Wonderland time token. Both of those earn interest every 5 days, more than the 1% interest. In the 5 days, it's 6% and 9%. So you could actually, you're going to earn back more interest than you're going to owe these guys over the 36 months if you chose to have a 36-month loan. Over the 24 months, over the 12-month loan, all you owe is 1%. You're making more than 1% in the first 5 days. See what I'm saying? There's ways that you can leverage your money, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the SSN Academy, SSN University, courtesy of Auntie Val, Victor Marrero, for dropping these gems. All right. Because I didn't know about these, but the SSN fam, they're chiming in here, ladies and gentlemen. A rising tide lifts all boats. Okay. So there's Unstoppable Domain for you. I'm putting it in the chat, but it's also down below in the description. So everybody who sees this afterwards, I'm also going to do Celsius Network, because if you deposit $400 or $500, they give you about 10% of free BTC. Keep that in mind. Please use the link down below. But I'm going to put that in. And now I'm very happy because we have people here who understand. You guys are entrepreneurs. You're actually looking for information. You're seeking knowledge. And there's always many different ways to do something. So that's all you can do is learn. Educate yourself. Stay constant. Stay learning. All right? In fact, let me put on a video. News Now. God dog it. I wish I could remember her thing. News Nation. News Nation. I got to go look this up. Yes, News Nation. They're calling my girl an actor. Okay. But News Nation, this lady right here did this, kind enough to do this for me, because she was doing a donation for a charitable cause. So she was doing these videos. So she was kind enough to do this video for us, SSN Nation. And I'm going to play this right now. Adrian Bankert. She's on News Nation now. It's called News Nation. And it's a new news program that just started maybe within the last 2 weeks. She used to work with ABC Good Morning America up until like 2 or 3 months ago. She was like out in the field sometimes, so some people might have seen her before. So check this out. Might as well throw this in tonight. That is not the one. Hold on. Oh, that is a different one. Okay, that was a special promo I did. I don't actually have her video up, but that's still weird. I don't think that's it. Hold on. Let me see what's happening here. I got to do something. I have to do a different background. Let me see. Why did that come up? Yeah, that's not the right one. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. Well, then I'm going to throw the last party thing out then. Here we go. Here goes something different then. Come on, come on. Fun tonight. Had to do it every now and then since I messed up on the Adrian Bankert video, which is still weird because I've never put that video up. So anyhow, always a good thing. Let's see. There's we do live, so sometimes these don't happen right, but that's still weird. That's not the video that it should have been for her. But anyhow, we're gonna wrap it up, ladies and gentlemen. 3 hours and 48 minutes in. I want to thank everybody for being here this evening. I appreciate it. I humbly appreciate you being there. Thank you for becoming a new member, Esteban. Appreciate that. Appreciate everybody here and dropping the gems and helping out everybody, because not everybody here tonight is going to see the video, because some people left early. And then there's also hundreds and thousands of other people that are going to see the video on social media. So that helps out greatly. So you never know who we're going to help out. So I want to thank everybody for being here tonight. And thank you so much for supporting the SSN Nation, SSN family. All right. So I dropped this. There's your BTC. Thanks for the gems and the fun. Yes, Wilson Koo can get funding for businesses, ladies and gentlemen. Quick. Hey, Wilson Koo, drop that. It's quick, easyfunds.com. Somebody's going to have to verify that link, but let me know. And in fact, before I let them go, since I did drop the link, let me go check and see what that is. Quick funds. That's the correct link. So if you need business funding, he's got many different tools in his arsenal that can help you. So unlike what I say is whenever you're doing funding and I say, I like to see a business that's already doing it, just like Shark Tank, we want to know how much money you're making to make sure if we invest in you, we have money coming in. But Wilson Koo can do startups just like Capital on Tap, capitalontap.com. Capitalontap.com. You can get a business credit card, no credit check. Even startups can get a business credit card sometimes. All right. So that's something. So Quick Easy Fund is Wilson Koo's website. He can help with funding for many different things: real estate, businesses, lines of credit, equity investments, a whole bunch of different things. All right. Good night, fam. Good night, Wilson Koo. Curtis Chili Davis, good show. Thanks, Eric. Thank you so much. Terry Jones, thank you for your help with the OMI tonight as well. Thank you so much. There's the quickeasyfunds.com. That's a website you can go to, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. Forever thankful. Thank you, Terry Jones. I appreciate that. And everybody else, thank you for your support. And we're going to keep going. Join us back on Wednesday Night Live because that's members only chat. Those members, such as Wilson Koo, with the icon next to his name, they're the only ones that can be in the chat room on Wednesday night. So be back at 8:50 p.m. Wednesday night and 9:10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Friday night when chat rooms open to all. And remember, members with the icon, you can be in the chat room on the live stream if you want, whether you want to put your face on or whether you want to do just the emoji on where you don't want to show your face. Either way, it's going to work. So with all that said, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. And please like, subscribe, and click the bell below so you get the latest updates. And I know it's hard out here. And that's why we have to go through, under, around, over, pick a different way than the traditional way, because sometimes the traditional way is a curve. It's a barrier. They're throwing you that curve just so it'll be a barrier when they know that you could have just walked right beside the barrier with no problems. But you don't know that because you weren't told that you can do it that way. And you're thinking, we got to go the way the status quo goes. You don't have to, ladies and gentlemen. It's your business, your world, your life, and you can create what future you want to have. But it's going to be hard work. Nobody's saying it's easy. And just like this says, F average, that's the only way you can be legendary. So keep your head up, keep moving, and I'm out.